Prepare for a journey into the enigmatic and perplexing reaches of the natural universe. We've compiled the strangest encounters from the depths of untamed forest and the uncharted ocean depths for this special compilation. Be ready as we reveal the bizarre and fascinating relationships that occur between animals and their natural habitat, as well as the discovery of mysterious creatures and ancient statues that are silently resting at the bottom of the sea. The Limping Doe. A heart-yearning incident was caught on a trail camera, a possible event of human ignorance and vicious hunting activities. A peculiar-looking deer was captured on a trail camera walking through the woods unfashionably. Upon proper investigation, the deer seemed limping on its 3 legs. Its 4th leg was missing, making it hard for the poor creature to walk appropriately. The hiker stated this anomaly was some accident in the woods rather than a genetic defect. It seemed like the poor deer had its legs stuck in some electrical fence or vicious trap. As we plunge deeper into the video, the trail camera tracked through its daily hustles and difficulties. Moreover, the camera captured the peculiar behavior of its fellow deer. They were seen acting weirdly towards the 3-legged doe. As soon as she tried to come close to its troops, they moved apart, making her feel the odd one out. This behavior is quite natural to expect from wildlife. They don't adapt to unusual circumstances, let alone accept the limping. Wild tornado.
Yeah, it is. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're gonna get it.
Get on the other side of that tree.
Yeah.
Nature's not always been blissful to mankind. It has its monstrous and vicious side too, which is enough to topple the land it rumbles. A similar incident was recorded by 2 friends when they found themselves stranded in a heavy thunderstorm. 2 friends embarked on a bumpy journey through a dense forest on a 4-wheeler. They kept recording throughout their venture just to capture the beautiful sight of the hilly area. However, not soon enough, they found themselves lost amidst the sudden drizzling. The light drizzles turned into heavy rainfall in no time. Bounded by the heavy rain, a peculiar sight caught their attention and added more to their worry. A gust of wind was seen twisting with a heavy thrust, forcing tall trees to move with its rhythm. The fundamental element of surprise struck hard in our faces when that wind turned into a dangerous-looking tornado, tearing down everything that came in its way. In this video, we could see the hikers terrified over the vicious destruction caused by the persisting tornado.
Just destroyed something.
The tornado, however, wasn't densely colored like the usual ones. It was pretty transparent, giving the appearance of a ghost tornado wrecking the trees and houses. This terrifying scene would genuinely be a nerve-wracking sight for both friends.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What is that?
Oh no!
That's a house.
Foam on streets. Sometimes, a little malfunction in the operating systems can turn into a big disaster. However, in this video, a unique sight was witnessed by the residents of Santa Clara, California. It was reported that the streets of Santa Clara were flooded by unique white snow that had foamy texture and dissolved upon touching. Quite an absurd-looking sight, isn't it? It must be heaven for children. However, on proper investigations, it was found that there was a fault in the fire alarm system of a nearby factory, which resulted in vast amounts of foam coming out of the factory floors. The local police reported that the snowy foam was waist-line thick, but it would soon disappear from the streets due to its dissolving nature. This accident would have been dangerous if it hadn't been for the fire alarm. Imagine if hazardous chemicals and factory waste would have made their way to the residential streets. It would have been dangerous for the locals, as these factory wastes contain harmful toxic contents. But thankfully, the roads of Santa Clara were lucky enough not to witness such a horrible sight. Shadowy nightmare unfolds. On a chilling, moonless night, a camera captured a scene that would send shivers down anyone's spine. Inside a room, darkness clung to every corner, like a sinister presence suffocating any hint of light. The girl who sought refuge in her bed was unaware that a sinister force was at play. The door slowly swung open, as if guided by invisible hands, revealing a foreboding figure. A shadowy man's shadow, dark and ominous. With deliberate malice, the shadow slinked along the wall, its form twisted and nightmarish. Those who gazed upon it felt an icy dread grip their hearts, an unexplainable fear that froze their very souls. The girl lay oblivious, a mere puppet in this macabre theater. In a grotesque display, the shadow extended its intangible fingers, methodically pulling away the girl's protective blanket. The comforting shield tumbled to the floor with a muffled thud, leaving her exposed to the encroaching horror. Suddenly, the room descended into madness. The girl, helpless and entrapped in this surreal nightmare, was drawn towards the gaping doorway. No human hand guided her. It was an unnatural force, as if the very room hungered for her. Her desperate cries echoed through the darkness, a haunting chorus of anguish begging for salvation. Yet the door remained sealed, imprisoning her in its malevolent clutches. There was no escape, no relief, only an unfathomable abyss consuming her existence. In that cursed room, darkness conspired with an unseen evil, blurring the boundaries of reality. No witness dared to intervene, for this was a horror that defied all explanation, a malevolent enigma destined to haunt their dreams eternally. Eerie spectral encounter. In the darkness of night, a camera captured something truly unsettling at a spooky, unfinished building. A group of people moved around in secrecy, hidden in the shadows. Their footsteps sounded eerie, and as the camera recorded, it revealed something beyond belief. Suddenly, behind the group, an eerie figure appeared. It was a frightening, thin man with a face so scary, it looked like it came from a nightmare. The camera captured this terrifying sight, etching it into our memories forever. This ghostly figure was a complete mystery, lurking in the dark with no explanation. It seemed to defy all logic, like something from another world. This eerie presence in the heart of darkness left everyone frozen with fear. A strange entity that no one could fully understand. Who was this mysterious wanderer, and why was it there in that abandoned construction site? The answer remained hidden in the unknown, a riddle that might never be solved. The night was filled with secrets waiting for only the bravest to uncover. Mysterious bear attack scene. In a freezing, lonely place, the camera saw something that gave chills. It was a world covered in pure white snow, with an eerie light in the daytime, but beneath that beauty, something dark loomed. There were young cows walking quietly in the snow, their breath visible in the icy air. Their gentle steps were silent, creating an eerie calmness. It felt like nature itself was holding its breath, not wanting to disturb this strange moment. Then, a gigantic bear suddenly appeared on the edge of the scene. Its massive fur-covered body cast a scary shadow on the snowy landscape. The bear wasn't here for peace. It was on the hunt, driven by the need to survive in this harsh place. Panic erupted as the peaceful calves turned into messengers of fear. They ran desperately, but the bear was relentless, taking down the smaller calves with a brutal hunger. The camera captured the tragic sight of the surviving calves, their eyes filled with fear as they fled into the distance, leaving behind a gruesome scene. One injured calf left behind by the others struggled to stand, but couldn't. In this dark moment, when hope seemed far away, a larger protective calf appeared. It approached the wounded one, as if moved by a natural sense of care. In that brief, special moment between these animals, it was clear that nature, despite its cruelty, held the capacity for unexpected acts of kindness. This sad and beautiful scene in the harsh winter wilderness reminded us of the complex and powerful nature of the natural world. Black bear attack on cam. In the heart of a remote estate snoozled, Deep in the rugged nature, a curious man had set up a trail camera to capture the secrets of the timber that unfolded under the moon's silent eye. Unknown to him, he was about to witness a chilly scrape between nature's animals. One disastrous night, as the stars painted the sky, the man's trail camera came to life with a flurry of exercise. The screen flicked to reveal a majestic ebony-furred black bear cropping from the night. The bear was a true abstract of nature, its enormous presence casting a laying shadow in the moonlight. As the camera rolled, the bear's address shifted from curiosity to aggression. Its cognizance leveled and a low face rolled from its throat. In the span of a many heart-pounding moments, the tranquil night converted into a battlefield. With a powerful jab, the bear attacked on the camera, leaving a jarring image of its ferocious eyes and scraping teeth before the screen went dark. The trail cam had captured the momentary moments of a chilly black bear attack, a memorial that nature, in all its beauty and power, could be both astonishing, stealing, and dangerous. Mysterious Bigfoot in forest. Deep in a mysterious forest, surrounded by the soft light of day, something strange happened. The camera, like a quiet watcher in this old place, recorded a sight that was unlike anything people knew. A creature like the ones told about in stories appeared from the shadows. It was huge and seemed to blend perfectly with the magical scene of the woods. Like magic itself called it, the creature moved with a special kind of grace, leaving just small signs that it had been there, the sounds of leaves, a spooky echo in the wind. The video, a quick look into something unknown, showed the creature hiding among the twisted branches and spots of sunlight. Its eyes, full of mystery like deep pools, met the camera's stare. At that moment, it felt like the line between what's usual and what's special shook, and the mystery got even bigger. The creature, like it knew it was being watched, disappeared fast into the tangle of old trees, leaving behind a feeling of amazement and not knowing what would happen next. The air was full of a mix of curiosity and uncertainty, like the forest itself held the answers to questions no one had asked. Nobody could figure out where this mysterious creature came from. Was it a protector of the wild, a spirit of the untamed, or something people imagined because they wanted mystery? The forest, now wrapped in a feeling of curiosity, kept its secrets close, not giving in to the nosy folks who wanted to understand it. The video, just a little piece of the sport melting, left everyone watching amazed and confused. After it, the forest stayed silent, like an old teacher making people think and keeping alive the endless search for things they didn't know. Godzilla sighting? A camera captured this wild video, revealing a massive Godzilla causing chaos in a city. Creepy, haunted voices can be heard in the background, making it quite eerie. It's genuinely scary to witness such a colossal creature in real life, going on a rampage and destroying everything in its wake. The video left everyone stunned and terrified because this lurking monster seemed hell-bent on causing destruction, and predicting its next move was anyone's guess. The spooky entity with a Godzilla appearance turned out to be the real deal, adding a whole new level of intensity and fear to the scene. Watching it unfold was a hair-raising experience, to say the least. The combination of the haunting voices and the destructive Godzilla-like creature made the video a spine-chilling spectacle that had everyone on edge, wondering about the impending chaos. Cryptic entity in the hall? In a dark and quiet night in a small, dimly lit hallway, something eerie unfolded. A person, just an ordinary resident of their own home, found themselves in the grip of a spine-tingling encounter. Their camera, silently on the wall, began to record a presence that defied explanation. From the shadowy recesses of the hallway, a mysterious creature emerged, taking on a spooky form that sent shivers down the spine. As the camera rolled, the hallway was indulged with a ghostly apparition. This spectral figure seemed to defy the laws of nature, hovering in the air without a trace of its feet touching the ground. Its otherworldly appearance left no doubt that it was not of this world, and it moved with a purpose, as if in search of something long lost in the depths of the night. The mystery deepened as the ghostly figure bore a striking resemblance to a resident of the house, further intensifying the terror that gripped the video's owner. Questions swirled in the air like restless spirits. Where had this ghostly presence come from, and what was its purpose? The hallway, once a place of familiarity and comfort, had transformed into a realm of inexplicable fear. The video captured not only the ghostly apparition, but also the sheer dread that had taken hold of the person who had unwittingly become an eyewitness to the supernatural. Cryptic Forest Spectre. In the daytime forest, a mysterious video appeared, showing a huge creature moving through the greenery. It had long arms moving like shadows, leaving a strange mark on the leaves. The creature seemed like a wanderer in the wild, moving in a mysterious way, as if directed by unknown forces. People who saw the video couldn't figure out what it was. Some thought it might be the legendary Bigfoot, a creature from stories, while others just didn't know. The whole thing was like a puzzle, a question hanging in the air. Was it a guardian spirit or something made of light and darkness mixing together? The mystery didn't let curiosity find answers. Some tried to name it to fit into what they understood, while others chose not to know, understanding that some things are beyond what people can understand. As the day turned into night, the forest kept its secrets. The video became proof of the mysterious connection between what's known and what's not. The creature, like a ghost in the forest stories, left a mark on people's thoughts, an unforgettable symbol of things that are still a mystery. The story stayed unsolved, like a quiet whisper in the leaves, calling anyone brave enough to step into the uncertain shadows.
A hungry monkey. Once upon a time, in a big hot desert, there was actually an empty monkey. The sun was shining so brightly that the sand felt like a hot roaster. The monkey's abdomen rolled loudly, and he could not ignore his hunger any longer. With his little monkey hands, he dug into the hot beach, looking for being to eat. At first, all he set up were some dry sticks and rocks, but he did not give up. He knew that the desert had secrets hidden deep beneath the beach. Also, after some digging and forbearance, he set up a secret treasure, a juicy, ripe cactus fruit. The fruit was a bright orange color and looked so appetizing. The monkey could not believe his luck. His eyes sparkled with joy as he plucked the fruit from the cactus and bit into it. The sweet and juicy meat cooled his parched throat, and he savored every bite. With each bite, the monkey's hunger sluggishly evaporated, and he felt a renewed energy. He knew he'd set up a mess fit for a desert king, and he enjoyed every last bit of that delicious cactus fruit. The monkey, now gratified in full, lay back in the shade of the cactus, appreciative for his desert feast. The wolf attack on a man. Once upon a time, there was a cameraman on an instigative adventure deep in the wild. He was on a charge to capture the fugitive and mysterious wolves on film. With his camera ready and heart pounding with excitement, he ventured into the desert. After hours of patient waiting, he eventually stumbled upon a quiet cave. To his amazement, inside the cave were a mama wolf and her bitsy, lovable babies. The cameraman could not believe his luck, and he sluggishly moved closer to get the perfect shot. But as he inched nearer, the mama wolf grew nervous and defensive. In an unforeseen, fearful moment, she attacked the cameraman, teeth disclosed and growling. He realized he'd come too close, too quickly, and the wolf was only trying to defend her precious pups. In a frantic struggle, the cameraman fought to cover himself, trying not to harm the wolf. Ultimately, he managed to retreat safely, shaken, but alive. It was a lesson learned about considering the wild and the significance of keeping a safe distance from its habitants. Snake's meal. Once upon a time, in the bright light of day, an empty and cunning snake crawled quietly through the ground. Its body moved like a curled swash, blending with the green world around it. The snake's eyes were fixated on a breathless critter lying on the ground. The animal was no longer alive, and the snake, with its sharp, sharp mouth, was determined to have a mess. With a fleet flicker of its black lingo, the snake tasted the air, trying to describe any peril hard. It was like a stealthy operative, making sure no bone could catch it while it had its mess. As the snake approached the still body, its jaws opened wide, revealing its threatening fangs. It inched closer, calculating its move, and also, with a lightning-fast strike, it sank its teeth into the breathless animal's meat. The snake's jaw locked onto its prey and it began to sluggishly consume the mess. Its black lingo continued to flutter out, tasting the success of its search. In the bright daylight, the snake's survival instincts accepted in, and it flavored its mess, knowing it had prevailed in the circle of life. Lion killed the cheetah. Once upon a time, on a bright and sunny day, there was a big, strong lion and a fast, spotted cheetah. They both lived on a farm with lots of creatures. The lion and the cheetah were always trying to prove who was the powerful. One day, the captain and the cheetah had a big fight. The captain was actually strong. With sharp teeth and strong muscles, he roared loudly and showed his strength. The cheetah, on the other hand, was quick and graceful. She ran around trying to outsmart the lion. In the end, after a fierce battle, the lion managed to catch the cheetah. With a strong swipe of his paw, he defeated the cheetah. It was a tough day for the ranch, as the lion had shown his strength and won the battle. The other creatures watched in astonishment as the lion proved his dominance, but they also felt sad for the courageous cheetah. This day became a part of the farm's history, a day when the lion showed his power, and the cheetah's spirit faded from memory. The bear rings the doorbell. One spooky night out in the wild woods, there was a curious bear on the prowl. This furry friend had a freak glamour for doorbells. Little did anyone know that a trail camera had its open-eyed eye on the scene. As the moon cast creepy dark, the bear approached a lonely house. In the pitch-black night, it reared up on its hind legs like a big, light jumbo, and with a heavy paw, it reached out to press the doorbell. It was a bit like a big, furry cutlet poking at the button. The trail camera, hidden hard, snapped a print just in time to capture this unforeseen moment. The bear's sportful curiosity, or maybe its mischievous intentions, were a riddle, but the image revealed a humorous side of nature. The house, unknowing of the darkness caller, stayed quiet as the bear's bell-ringing adventure came to an end. This strange but fascinating event was a remembrance of the surprising encounters that can be in the wild, indeed when we least await it. Creepy creature. The trail camera captured a glimpse of a creature from the night in the middle of the forest. With an uncanny presence, the creature emerged from the shadows and swiftly disappearing in the darkness again after showing itself in the moonlight for a few seconds. It can be seen glowing in the darkness of the night. Many spectators say that it was an otter roaming around in the woods in the night. However, it does look like a mini-sized dinosaur running through the woods at night. What do you think this creature is? Snake in the house. This video was captured by a homeowner whose home was invaded by an unexpected intruder, a python. The snake can be seen staring at the man who lies on his bed while recording the video. Now it is not sure whether the snake is his pet or not, but the video is one of the creepiest sightings ever. The eyes of the python are glowing in the dark, and its huge size and long body is one of its scariest features. The huge serpent keeps staring at the man with its glowy eyes. What would you do if a python invaded your home? Share in the comments down below.
Eerie Creatures' chilling encounter. In daytime, a strange video appeared. It showed something scary. A person who liked to jog in a quiet park saw something bizarre. He didn't know that something evil was nearby. While jogging, he saw a weird dark shape in the distance. It was black and didn't make sense. He thought it might be a big black bear or a wild dog, but it wasn't. This thing was pure evil. It had creepy eyes that felt like they could steal your soul. Looking at it sent chills down the jogger's spine. It was like a nightmare come to life. Its twisted, scary face seemed like it came from another world. Everyone who saw it was terrified. The jogger couldn't move, stuck in the monster's evil gaze. He realized he was in a place that didn't belong to our world. This thing was a mystery, something we can't understand. The video stopped, but the terror it showed never left. The mystery of this evil creature with its scary eyes and eerie presence stayed unsolved. It's a reminder of how unknown and frightening our world can be. Gorilla versus snake. In the jungle, there's a zoo with a funny and fascinating story. Some gorillas and a snake became the stars of a video that's been making people laugh and wonder.
Oh, there's a snake. Oh, that's awesome.
One clever gorilla first noticed the snake hiding in the bushes. He got so excited and yelled for his gorilla friends to come check it out.
Oh, Big Dad.
In no time, there were 5 or 6 gorillas, all looking surprised and amazed. But the best part was the funny dare. One cheeky gorilla challenged his buddy, saying, "If you give the snake a kiss, I'll give you 50 bananas." This was so silly that all the gorillas started giggling.
I could do something about it. Why are you doing it?
The brave gorilla decided to go for it and gave the snake a quick kiss. Everyone burst into laughter and cheered for him. The snake just watched, probably wondering what all the fuss was about. People at the zoo watched through a glass wall and couldn't believe their eyes.
Oh, there's a snake. Oh, that's awesome.
They had expressions of surprise and happiness, just like the gorillas. The video of this crazy moment spread everywhere, making people of all ages smile and be amazed. This funny encounter showed that nature is full of surprises. The gorillas were curious and playful, and the snake showed it had a good sense of humor. Even in a zoo, we can find moments that make us laugh and feel wonder. This video reminded us that our world is full of exciting and incredible things, even when we least expect them. Mysterious egret. In the bright daytime, something very strange happened in the peaceful park. There was a beautiful egret, like a snowy angel, standing all alone. But this egret was different, and that's what made this scene so weird. It had a hole in its neck, like a hollow tunnel, and this didn't make any sense at all. As the egret moved gracefully, the hole in its neck was like a secret passage to a mysterious world where nature's rules had gone all wrong. At first, it looked like the egret was trying to catch and eat a snake. Its long neck was elegantly curved as it focused on the snake. But here's where it got really eerie.
You just pulled that out of its neck.
Every time the egret tried to swallow the snake didn't stay inside. It kept coming out of the hole in the egret's neck. It was like a creepy dance, as if nature itself was playing a spooky game.
What's happening?
The egret, which should have been a symbol of innocence and beauty, now looked haunting. Its eyes revealed the pain it was going through. Nobody knew what had caused this strange hole in its neck, and no one could understand how much the egret was suffering. People in the park watched in amazement, their voices hushed.
So you just pulled that out of its neck. What's happening?
It was as if they stumbled upon a secret they couldn't explain. The truth behind this mysterious egret remained hidden, a puzzle that no one could solve. The egret became a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that there are mysteries in nature that go beyond our understanding. Its story would be told and retold in the park, a legend of the unexplainable. Mysterious fox and cat. In the daytime, something strange happened, and a camera was there to capture it. There was a cat all black and sleek, and a fox bright red like a flame. They were in a garden, and it seemed like they were in a mysterious showdown. At first, the cat was scared of the fox. The cat moved away slowly, stepping back. But the fox was very determined, like it had its own secret plan. The garden seemed to hold its breath, waiting for something to happen. And then, out of nowhere, the black cat made a run for it. It was like a ghost in the night, running so fast, leaving everyone puzzled. The fox, like a fiery shadow, chased after the cat, but it couldn't catch up. There was another fox, like a twin, making things even more puzzling. This mysterious event left everyone baffled. It was like a puzzle with missing pieces, and people couldn't stop thinking about it. Nature can be so full of secrets and surprises, just like this strange encounter in the garden. It was a reminder that there's always something mysterious waiting to be uncovered, even in the light of day. Skinwalker mystery. The video shows a strange, mysterious, and unsettling encounter that happened at night in the grass. The person's attention is swiftly drawn to a strange pale creature in the video, which then charges toward the car.
Right there, what is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a...
Viewers were perplexed about its true identity after it flicked and took on an unusual appearance, leading them to believe it was a giant deer. In the video, a theory suggests it might be a skinwalker. Legends from the Navajo people describe creatures called skinwalkers who can change their shape and have evil intentions toward people. According to Navajo legend, a skinwalker can transform into any animal and frequently perform dark magic. Some people think skinwalkers are real and commit evil deeds, even though many regard the idea as superstition. The Navajo people have stories about skinwalkers that have been passed down through the generations, and some people think that just talking about them will bring misfortune or indicate that they're there. The video also raises the question of whether the person who recorded it on their dashcam saw a skinwalker, or if there are other possible explanations for the weird-looking creature.
Right there, what is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a...
It heightens the controversy and mystique surrounding these sightings and the folklore associated with them. Mysterious sun bear rescue. In a dark and hidden place, a video revealed a secret that had been hidden for a long time. It was about a wild sun bear locked in a cage for 7 years. This was a cruel and mysterious thing. As we watched the video, we could see how terrible the bear's life had become. Her once strong body was now weak, and her black fur was covered in scars from her time in the cage. She seemed desperate, hurting herself in a desperate attempt to escape. It was as if she believed hurting herself would free her from the cage. Each scratch and scar told a story of the pain she endured, with no one to hear her cries. But then, a glimmer of hope appeared in the video. Some kind-hearted people came to rescue her, breaking the secrecy around her suffering. With care and gentleness, they freed her from the cage. However, the mystery deepened as they tried to help her recover. The bear, now frail and weak, stepped into a world outside the cage. Her healing was a puzzle, as veterinarians gave her vitamins and mysterious injections, whose purpose was known only to a few.
We gave her antibiotics. We also give her some painkiller because her joints are quite sore and she vomited earlier.
The question that lingered in the air was heavy with uncertainty. How did this sun bear end up in that cage for 7 long years? What terrible things had she endured during that time? The mystery of her past haunted those who saw her video, reminding us of the darkness that can hide the suffering of animals in our world. Mysterious Nightcrawler captured. Late at night on a dark, quiet street, a security camera recorded something very strange. It was so spooky that it gave people chills. The street had no light except for some distant street lamps, making it all the more eerie. A mysterious figure slowly appeared on the camera, moving silently down the empty road. It was tough to see its shape because it blended with the darkness. People started calling it the Nightcrawler because of the way it moved, like it was part of the shadows. Then a car drove by, and its bright headlights briefly lit up the street. In that moment, the mysterious creature vanished quickly into the darkness, as if it was never there. The people inside the car probably had no idea of the strange thing that had just passed. People began to wonder who or what this Nightcrawler was. Some thought it might be a creature from old stories, while others guessed it could be a person up to no good, hiding in the dark. Since the camera didn't capture clear details, the mystery deepened. It became a topic of fascination, like a spooky story people tell each other at night. In the end, nobody could solve the puzzle of the Nightcrawler. It remained a secret, a mystery that people whispered about. Maybe it was a glimpse into a world we don't understand, or perhaps it was a reminder that even in our modern world, the night still hides its secrets, waiting for those who are curious enough to find them. Mysterious bridge specter horror. In the middle of the night, a really scary video showed something unimaginably horrifying. In this video, there were some people walking along a desolate road, surrounded by a deep pitch-black darkness that seemed to engulf them completely. As they continued down this eerie path, an unsettling feeling of fear started to creep over them. Suddenly, something terrifying emerged, as if summoned from the deepest depths of despair. It was a tall, ghostly figure dressed in white, standing precariously on the edge of an old, crumbling bridge. Its presence felt like a warning of impending disaster. Those who saw it were overwhelmed by panic and rushed towards the mysterious figure. Driven by an instinct to help, their frantic cries cut through the silence of the night. But they couldn't reach in time. With a grim determination, the figure leaped from the edge of the bridge, falling into the abyss below. However, the truly chilling part was what happened next. Inexplicably, the ghostly figure didn't crash into the dark waters as you might expect. Instead, it vanished into the impenetrable darkness, leaving those who had witnessed this strange event utterly bewildered. They scoured the area, their hearts pounding with fear, but there was no sign of the figure. This unsettling incident left everyone with more questions than answers. What was that eerie creature? Why was it on the bridge? What dark purpose drove it to the edge of oblivion? Fear held them in its grip, like a thick, suffocated fog, sending shivers down their spines. Reality seemed to have unraveled into an unsolvable mystery, blurring the line between the world we know and the world of the supernatural. The secrets of that nightmarish encounter would forever remain hidden in the depths of the unknown, leaving everyone with a chilling riddle that defied explanation. Mysterious appearance of deer. In a quiet, everyday world where normal and extraordinary blend, a camera witnessed something strange. This happened on a peaceful day under the constant gaze of the sun, as if the world itself was keeping secrets. A man set out on a drive in his familiar car, unaware of the odd events that were about to shroud his reality. His car moved through the sunny spots of the day, heading to a calm park where nature usually held sway. Feeling inspired by the beauty around him, he aimed to capture a simple scene: 2 deer standing amidst the park's greenery. He pressed the camera's button, trying to capture the moment, but when he looked through the lens, a shiver ran down his spine. The 2 deer were no longer alone. A 3rd deer had appeared, seemingly out of thin air like a whisper from the unknown. The mystery grew deeper. The new deer looked normal, but its presence was eerie. It was like an ordinary deer, but felt otherworldly, a strange occurrence in the natural order. It stood there beside the regular deer, yet it existed in a way that defied what's normal. In that instant, the man's understanding of reality shattered, and confusion enveloped him. How could a deer, just like the others, appear without explanation? Where had it come from? And what world did it belong to? These questions were like puzzles, with no clear answers hidden in the strange picture. The camera didn't just capture a moment, it captured a puzzle that would stay with the man. It was a blend of the normal and the supernatural, where the riddle of the sudden appearance of the 3rd deer remained unsolved, its ghostly presence lingering in the realm of the unexplained. Mysterious substance. On a dark and unsettling night, the camera captured an enigmatic scene with a cryptic room filled with thick, swirling fumes. Darkness cloaked everything, with only a faint glimmer of pale light seeping through the window, casting an eerie glow. In this unsettling environment, something inexplicable unfolded. A mysterious substance materialized before the camera, its appearance chilling and foreboding. It would suddenly manifest, passing repeatedly in front of the lens, leaving a sense of dread in its wake. Was this an encounter with the paranormal? As this eerie substance passed, it seemed to spread, intensifying the eerie atmosphere. The camera person was overcome with a profound sense of horror. This was a truly mystifying and terrifying encounter, one that defied explanation. Its nature and purpose remained elusive, leaving everyone bewildered in the dead of night, haunted by the unsettling mystery that had unfolded before their eyes. Eerie Creatures. The camera captured an exceedingly rare occurrence deep within a forest adorned with towering trees. In this tranquil woodland setting, two charming birds perched upon a fallen tree, a serene display of nature's wonders. Yet what unfolded next was a peculiar phenomenon that left everyone in perplexity. Without warning, the two birds vanished into thin air, replaced by the presence of a snowy white deer peacefully grazing on the grass. This unexpected transformation left everyone astounded and filled with questions. Where had the birds gone? Was this white deer a creature of the paranormal? These mysteries swirled in the minds of all who witnessed this bizarre event. While the bird's behavior was natural, the sudden appearance of the deer defied explanation, shrouding the scene in an aura of eerie uncertainty. It remained a great enigma, one that sent shivers down the spines of those who encountered it, leaving behind a sense of bewilderment and fear. Truly a strange and inexplicable occurrence in the heart of the woods. Strange women. The camera caught a rare or mysterious sight. A girl recorded a video of her mother at midnight. In this video, the girl captured that there was a weird voice that was coming from the kitchen that was really cryptic and disturbing. When she went to the kitchen, a very scary sight was happening. The lady in the kitchen was wearing a white dress that is her mom. She was a sleepwalker. She was doing something strange or cryptic. She was opening or closing the oven's door repeatedly. It was a very curious scene that made the girl terrified. She suddenly stopped. Her mother turned her head in an eerie or cryptic manner toward her. When she called her, her mother made a very scary voice that made the girl terrified.
Mom?
It was a really very scary scene that the camera had recorded. It was a great mystery that is still doubtful.
Mom?
Cassowary's cryptic attack. Deep in the corners of the internet, a scary video showed a man facing off with a very dangerous bird called a cassowary. People usually think of cassowaries as the scariest birds on Earth, and this video proved it. The strange situation happened when the man wandered into the cassowary's home, where nature rules everything. The bird acted like a protective mother, and it attacked the man. What makes cassowaries really scary is that they don't use their big beaks to hurt you. They have hidden weapons. Under their feathers, they have sharp claws that are 4 inches long, like hidden knives. As the video played out, lots of people tried to guess why this usually shy bird got so aggressive. Some said the man might have accidentally gone where he shouldn't have, and that's what set off the bird. This whole spooky encounter reminds us that nature can be full of mysteries. Like the cassowaries, which keep its secret hidden deep in the wild, just like it guards its eggs. Eerie Lady. In a more unsettling turn of events, this video captures a deeply disturbing incident involving an elderly woman approaching the front door of a specific house during the late hours of the night. Her gaze fixated upon the door already sends shivers down the spine. But what amplifies the terror is the object clutched tightly in her hand. This eerie figure stands motionless in front of the house, seemingly wielding a knife with an unsettling air of anticipation, possibly awaiting someone's arrival. Her gaze remains disturbingly fixated on the blade, as though mustering the resolve to carry out whatever sinister intentions she may harbor. The mere thought of someone from the house encountering this eerie lady is enough to send chills down one's spine. It's quite possible that she may be grappling with some form of mental illness, as her actions and demeanor suggest she might not be in a sound state of mind. Sewer inspection revealed an eerie surprise. The Athens, Georgia Public Utilities Department shared a video for a sewer system promo highlighting the damage from foreign objects. But what stood out was the startling moment captured by the camera. As it navigated the drain, an eerie sight unfolded. A creepy creature with glowing eyes seemed to be staring right at it. Even now, the department is perplexed by this mysterious hand, sparking debates among viewers. Some speculate it could be a mutant creature, while others argue it's a regular bullfrog. The true nature of this bizarre encounter remains a puzzling mystery. Eerie moment. In a spooky encounter caught on camera, a young woman in her 20s found herself watching over her parents' house. While she was at work, her phone rang with missed calls from her worried mother and a puzzling text message. What seemed like a regular message took a chilling turn as she played the attached video. Out of nowhere, a massive black bear appeared in the serene living room, a presence both strange and terrifying. What's really unsettling is the bear's behavior. It moves around the room with an eerie calmness, even casually placing its huge paws on the piano keys without any sign of worry. As if it were a messenger of the supernatural, defying the laws of nature and leaving behind an unsettling feeling of fear. Backyard prowler. On a chilling winter night, a backyard CCTV camera captured an eerie scene. A man in a ghastly mask, twisted and contorted, crawled through the snowy ground. His appearance was unsettling, with sharp teeth, hollow eyes, and a distorted face. Wrapped in a scarf and beanie, he seemed both concealing and prepared. Approaching a fence, he stood staring directly into the camera, his eerie presence evoking an inexplicable sense of dread. The motive behind his unnerving actions remained a puzzle, whether driven by harm, a bizarre prank, mental instability, or substances. This unsettling encounter remains one of the most enigmatic and disturbing incidents caught on camera. Burglar caught on camera. A shocking video has emerged online that shows a brazen burglar who sneaks into the backyard of a house and tries to break into a car parked there. The video has gone viral and sparked outrage among the viewers. The video was captured by a CCTV camera installed in the backyard of the house. The video shows the burglar, who is wearing a beanie hat and has long hair, entering the backyard through a gate. He looks around cautiously, as if checking for any signs of movement or noise. He then walks towards a black car that belongs to the family living in the house. He takes out a flashlight from his pocket and shines it on the car's window, apparently looking for anything valuable inside. He also tries to open the car doors, but they seem to be locked. However, his attempt to loot the car is cut short when he suddenly gets scared by something and runs away from the scene. It is not clear what spooked him, but some viewers have speculated that he might have heard a dog barking or seen someone approaching from inside the house. The owner of the house said that he was asleep when the incident happened and only found out about it when he checked his CCTV footage. He said that he was shocked and angry to see the burglar invading his property and trying to steal his car. He also said that he reported the incident to the police and hoped they would catch the culprit soon. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more content. Attack of Sasquatch on trail cam. Deep in a very old, mysterious forest where the secrets of nature seem to whisper through the rustling leaves, something strange happened. It was all captured by a trail camera, and what it revealed was beyond explanation. In this forest, where the thick trees blocked most of the sunlight, only a hand appeared in the footage. It wasn't an entire animal, just a hand, rough and primitive from some unknown creature. This hand, a strange part of something unseen, suddenly appeared in front of the camera. It was lit by the dim sunlight, and it reminded people of the stories of Sasquatch, a mythical forest being. Covered in coarse, tangled fur, it looked like a ghostly limb from the unknown. With a purposeful air, this ghostly hand reached out toward the camera. The fingers, hidden in shadow, seemed to carry mysteries. It struck at the camera, each hit echoing through the silent forest like a dark drumbeat. But the camera stood strong, resisting this strange, ghostly force. The camera didn't yield to the hand's relentless attack, creating a tense and eerie atmosphere. Was this about claiming territory, driven by curiosity, or something we can't even fathom. In the end, the ghostly hand's mission remained a mystery. It retreated, disappearing back into the ancient forest, leaving behind an unsettling puzzle. The video served as proof that there are unexplainable things in the wilderness, hidden in the heart of this mysterious forest. Eerie Forest Spectral Encounter. In a dark forest, something very scary happened. A strange video showed a frightening scene. It seemed like someone reported a terrifying event. Late at night, in the deep dark woods, a tall and ghostly figure appeared. It glowed eerily like a ghost or an omen of bad things. This figure was a woman, just a regular person who had gotten lost in the black maze of trees. Her footsteps echoed in the eerie silence. Suddenly from the darkness, another tall figure, just like the first one, appeared without a sound. It walked alongside the first figure, both guiding the frightened woman further into the mysterious forest. The night was so dark and thick that it felt like it was swallowing them up. The darkness hid their evil plans, and nobody could see what happened to the woman. Did they harm her, or did something even worse occur, like turning her into a creature like them? The forest kept the truth hidden, making it a spine-chilling mystery. This video scared everyone who watched it, reminding them that some mysteries are too terrifying to uncover, best left buried in the depths of the unknown. Ancient Yakushia's Pup. Deep within the icy expanse of Yakutia, a place where time almost seems to stop, something strange was found by Russian scientists. They shared a video that unveiled an amazing discovery, an 18,000-year-old puppy perfectly preserved in ice. This puzzling find, hidden in the icy grip of permafrost, left those who saw it feeling a sense of mystery. This ancient puppy, a relic from a time long gone, had its fur, whiskers, and teeth astonishingly well preserved. Yet a big question hung in the air. Was it a dog or a wolf? The answer remained uncertain, hidden by the frozen cloak that had kept it safe for thousands of years. Scientists eager to uncover the truth ran tests. They confirmed it was a male, but the real identity of this creature remained a puzzle, a mystery as old as time itself. What happened to this little pup so many ages ago? The answer rested deep in the frozen heart of Yakutia, guarded by the timeless secrets of this untouched land. More tests were promised, offering a glimmer of hope, a chance to reveal the unknown. In this story of ancient mysteries, one thing was clear: our world is full of wonders we're yet to discover. It's a reminder that our boundless curiosity can unlock the secrets hidden in the enigmatic corners of our planet. Lost on Everest for 65 years. The video showed that in the shadowed realm of Mount Everest's icy embrace, a chilling revelation unfolded. The daring mountaineers ascended the dangerous slopes, each step veiled in uncertainty. A hushed gasp escaped their lips as they stumbled upon the remains of a fallen soul, a man in a really creepy situation. He was in such a creepy situation, like an ancient secret unveiled. His legs, once full of vigor, now cruelly broken. His skin was totally damaged, and it felt like snow. Nobody could understand his identity through his situation. Yet, as their eyes fixated on a tattered emblem upon his weathered shirt, an enigma unfurled. It was George Mallory, long lost to the unforgiving mountain's embrace, a phantom from 75 years past. How had he met this macabre fate? What happened to him so many years ago? In the depths of Everest's chilling embrace, the mysteries of Mallory's final moments whispered in the wind, shrouded in an eternal riddle. A mysterious bird. In the heart of a dense forest, a camera captured a rare and puzzling sight. The recording unveiled a creature unlike any seen before. It stood concealed behind the sturdy trunk of a tree, shrouded in an air of mystery. This enigmatic being, though resembling a bird, held an eerie quality that defied the norms of nature. The creature's appearance was far from ordinary. Its countenance bore a haunting visage, with deep abyssal eyes, and a face akin to that of a skeletal figure. Its presence invoked a sense of unease, a riddle that left all who beheld it in a state of wonder and doubt. This peculiar avian entity remained veiled in obscurity, an unfamiliar species to all who roamed the woods. Its existence sparked suspicion and intrigue, prompting questions that echoed through the minds of those who encountered the footage. It represented a grand enigma, a feathered enigma yet to be unraveled, leaving observers captivated by its mysterious allure. The woods held their secrets close, guarding this extraordinary creature, ensuring that its true nature remained a tantalizing puzzle for all. Owl chicks. One sunny day on the farm, a camera person sneaked through the fields, excited to see some special guests. Baby burrowing owls. With a camera in hand, they carefully approached the owls' homes, like they were stepping into a secret world. When they peeked inside, the little fluffy owls looked right back with big, curious eyes. The camera made a soft click, capturing their cute moments. The baby owls, not knowing someone was watching, played and made happy sounds, showing off their fluffy cuteness. The camera person, hiding behind a tall lawn, took pictures of the owlet's everyday fun. The sun painted a warm picture, freezing the moment like a snap. The little owls, not bothered by the camera, kept on having their playful day, with the camera person quietly watching. In this quiet part of the farm, the camera person and the owls had a special connection, an unspoken promise to save the magic of their daily lives through the camera's lens. Deer in danger. Once in a big green forest, there was a deer with soft brown fur. One sunny day, he felt something weird, like danger in the air. His eyes got big and he sniffed around, trying to catch any trouble. He walked carefully through tall trees and rustled leaves, listening for strange sounds. As he went deeper into the forest, the feeling of danger got stronger. The deer's heart raced and he heard leaves rustling and footsteps away. Scared, he ran fast through the trees, his hooves thumping on the soft ground. The forest turned into a green blur as he dodged through the trees, trying to escape the unseen danger. Branches touched him, but he did not stop. The deer kept running, following his instinct to get away from the lurking danger. Finally, in a hidden spot, he stopped breathing hard and heated. The forest was quiet. The deer, still a bit scared, took a moment to catch his breath before slowly continuing his journey through the mysterious woods. Bear and wolf. In a big green jungle, a bear and a wolf were looking for a yummy snack. They ran through the thick trees, smelling the air with excitement. Suddenly, they heard a mysterious click in the forest. Confused, the bear and the wolf stopped. Little did they know, a sneaky trail camera had taken video of their snack adventure. The bear tilted its head and the wolf perked up its ears. They looked at each other, wondering where that strange sound came from. The jungle stayed quiet, except for the soft rustle of leaves. Without knowing it, the trail camera still took a video of everything. But the bear and the wolf did not let the camera bother them. They continued their hunt for a snack with determined steps. Through the tall trees and hidden places, they went on their adventure. The jungle, full of secrets, was the stage for their fun story, while the trail camera silently took shots, capturing the tale of the bear and the wolf hunting for a tasty treat. Fox with their babies. In the deep jungle, a smart fox and her fluffy babies were caught on camera in the bright daylight. The mom fox, with her reddish-brown fur, led her little ones through the lively green jungle. The camera showed them playing, jumping, and rolling around in the soft sunlit leaves. Mom fox, always alert, guided her curious babies through the jungle's tall grass and big trees. The camera kept taking filmland, landing happy moments as the playful baby foxes hopped on twigs and raced under the warm sun. The jungle, usually a mysterious place, turned into a stage for this wonderful family adventure. The camera's lens caught the baby foxes being curious and their mom watching over them. It was like a snap of nature's beauty, showing how this fox family enjoyed their day in the sunlight. The jungle, a safe home for these foxes, told stories of togetherness and the simple happiness of spending a day under the sun's watchful eyes.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Get up!
So, I know spotting an old man just walking anywhere does not sound spooky or anything, but spotting something which looks like an old man but with no head and carrying God knows what in his hand is one disturbing thing. To some it was a demon, while to others some kind of prank. But whatever it was, the man was not something you'd want to encounter in your life. Most of us just want to stay away from danger, but some curious minds, they just love diving deep into the mysteries. For instance, these two. While wandering in the forest, they came across an abandoned mine shaft. By the looks of it, it seemed like it's been centuries till the mine shaft has been used by anyone. So, well, unlike every normal human being, these two decided to go a little closer and check what was in there. And a second later, we knew the reason why the mine shaft was abandoned, as a weird creature with glowing eyes just pops out of nowhere. Just as spiders have been caught crawling on the trail cams, some other weird creatures have been caught flying here and there as well. For instance, take this one. This Ring camera was supposed to keep eyes on the intruders, but what it recorded left the house owners in shock. At first, what you see might look like a spider, but some tiny strange creatures keep flying around the camera. But what was it? Some fairies or something else? Do let us know what you guys think. When this man was trying to find something out of the ordinary in the woods, he came across exactly that. A weird, tiny creature with glowing eyes hiding deep under some abandoned well. And even though he was just looking for that kind of thing, the man did not stop for even a second to have a closer look at that thing. This video captures this super creepy guy lurking around in the woods. The person filming tries to have a chat with him and figure out what he's doing there.
How you doing? Oh.
But he doesn't say a single word. Instead, he just makes these spine-chilling noises that'll totally creep you out. After a moment, the man begins crawling out of the woods in the most bizarre manner, and that's when the person filming becomes spooked and decides to leave the area. So there's this video of these guys who went for a night walk in the woods. They had a flashlight, but it was still hella dark. As they were walking, they found this strange creature sitting on the ground with its back to them. At first, they figured it was some sort of animal, but when it turned its head around, they saw these creepy glowing eyes and a super creepy face. Some folks say it was a demon, while others reckon it was a fallen angel. Either way, it's some seriously spooky stuff. This video features a man who was intrigued by unusual sounds emanating from the sewer near his home. He'd heard similar noises before and had seen what he believed to be an extraterrestrial being. In a courageous attempt, he tried to communicate with the creature, but the outcome was anything but calm. While some speculate that it may have been the rake, the identity of the creature remains a mystery. Dark web is something we all know about, but not everyone can access. And trust me, the ones who did access it ended up regretting. Take this video for example. We see a creepy creature moving in the house, from hallway to the room and then to God knows where. And if you're thinking it was human, just look at the way it's walking. Does that look human to you? In July 2021, some people were on their way back to their home in India. According to them, it was somewhere around midnight when they came across this creepy figure walking along the road. Good thing they had a dash cam installed in their car, so we got this footage. And just look at the way it's walking. It seems like an alien to me. But do let us know what you guys think. A man in Australia was out for his routine walk when he came across this strange-looking worm-like thing. It's not the fact that it looks like a worm that makes it strange, but it's the length of the thing and the way it's divided into multiple segments is what makes it strangest of all. I've never seen any worm of such length before. This man heard some strange noises from the forest and decided to venture out there late at night to see if he could find something interesting. However, he came across a bizarre creature lurking behind a tree and making creepy whistle-like noises. When he spotted it, he sprinted away as fast as he could, and fortunately, he managed to escape without harm. The person who filmed the video was extremely surprised by the massive creature that he captured. However, the shocker was that the creature was nowhere to be seen when they returned the next day to film it again. This caused a frenzy online as people tried to decipher what it could be. Some speculated it might be a Nephilim or a Yeti, while others believed it could be a top-secret military project. You must have always heard about mermaids being a mythical creature, but this video will get you doubting that. A man in India saw something unusual swimming in the water and went to inspect it, and to his surprise, it was something which looked exactly like a mermaid, just a little smaller in size than we all must have expected. Perhaps it was a baby mermaid, or maybe just a little monkey drowning. With the video ending so abruptly, there's nothing we can say for sure. Now, sighting a Bigfoot here and there and from a very far away angle is one thing, but capturing a really big creature falling and tumbling down is just on another level. And this is exactly what this man was able to capture on his camera. Two big creatures, or perhaps yetis, were seen devouring an animal, and a second passes and we see one tumbling down the icy hill. Even though it was recorded in 2016, to this day, no logical explanation has been given by anyone. A crawling creature. This video literally has everyone spooking out as they see a weird glowing creature in the middle of nowhere at night crawling on the ground. Some call it the rake, while others think it's just some unknown animal. But the ones who happened to record it said it looked similar to a human, but was not a human at all. So then what was it? I guess we'll never know. Trail cameras usually capture animals chilling, hunting, and going along their normal life. But sometimes these cameras capture things out of the ordinary. For instance, this bear was just going along his way when he suddenly saw something he'd never seen before. His own reflection. And needless to say, we do not think he liked it a lot. Camera can be handy at times, but we need to be careful because sometimes trying to record dangerous things can lead to unfortunate circumstances. For instance, take the case of this man who tried to record a Bigfoot strolling along in the woods. Guess he was lucky or maybe hiding perfectly that the creature didn't notice him, or we wouldn't have been able to get this footage. A couple had been noticing weird noises in their backyard, but they'd never been able to know what was causing it, so they installed a camera there. It was all peaceful and quiet at first as nothing suspicious happened, but as some time passed, we saw a creepy head popping out of the fence. We see it once, then we see it twice. Was it just a dog, or was it something which had remained hidden from us since forever? This footage might not be as disturbing or creepy as many others in today's list, but this is unusual nonetheless. As we see this Florida man dancing along with the alligator, we can't help but rub our eyes twice to make sure this is real. And trust us, this is real. Florida sure is one strange place. This dude was filming and caught a freaky creature hiding in the shadows. It only showed itself when he stopped moving, and it had these creepy glowing eyes. But when he tried to get closer, the thing bolted back into the dark. Now we're left with more questions than answers, wondering what the heck that thing even was. Now, these little beings were found by a woman on her kitchen floor. And if you're thinking these are little mice, no, they are not. According to the experts, the legs of the creatures resembled moths, and there's a chance that the upper body might have been eaten by a cat, but the experts weren't so sure either. So we don't know what these tiny little beings were. Have you ever come across the buck who's the handsomest of all? The bad boy grazing the grass and winning all the ladies with his wig on? Well, now you have. This buck was recorded in 2013 and caught the attention of everyone with his stylish wig. It was at first part of his antlers, but then slowly moved on top of his head, making him the most stunning buck ever. Did you check out that weird video of a goat standing still and staring straight ahead? It's been all over the web and everyone's losing it. Some peeps reckon it might be the mythical skinwalker, while others are calling BS. We ain't got a clue who shot it, so it's all up to our own imaginations.
Hello. She wants to come in.
Damn, one thing's for certain. It's super creepy. Footage was uploaded by some unknown guy in 2017, and it had everyone in shock who happened to watch it. At first, we see the quiet of a cemetery, but then as the camera rolls on, we catch a glimpse of a bizarre humanoid figure half hiding behind a grave. If we zoom into it, we see a weird being with a huge head and arms. It fits so accurately to what we have in mind for an alien, don't you think? This might be too short of a clip, but a mere second is enough to feel the spookiness of the video. We see a creepy figure emerging from the dark and running straight towards the man holding the camera. And then we see the man running as fast as he can for his life. I'm not going near any tunnels from now on. A kid was out in the woods when he started hearing some weird noises, and that's when he decided to take his phone out and film it while trying to see what was causing it. And to his surprise, it wasn't just him who was looking for the creature. The creature was also looking for him, and that we get to know when he comes out of the woods and starts running towards the kid. Back in 2013, there was this video that spread like wildfire online. It showed a lone girl dressed in white walking around a cemetery while some men recorded her. The video lasted about 4 minutes, and the girl was shown wandering around the graveyard, stopping by different graves. Who was she? Did she happen to be a ghost? These and countless other questions were thrown around, but no one had any answers to offer. In this video, we see a courageous person exploring an empty house using only a flashlight. While exploring, the person begins to feel uneasy, and then a frightening creature appears from the darkness, moving towards them and making terrifying sounds. The person quickly runs away from the house, clearly scared by the unknown creature. Although we don't know what the creature was, it's obvious that the abandoned house is not a suitable place for those who are easily frightened. At first, we see a deer, all panicking, running from here to there and eventually running away from the man. And in a second emerges another deer unlike any other, with its neck all folded. And then it runs away too, as fast as it could. All this happens in a few seconds, and the man there is like, what just happened? Even though it was just 2 deer, that does not make the video any less creepy. In May 2019, a woman found a weird body laying in her yard in Florida. She immediately called the authorities to come and see what it was, and needless to say, they were all just as perplexed as she was. According to some, it was a big lizard. But what exactly caused the big lizard to dry up like that? Not even the bones were there. It's not just forests and jungles that hide secrets beyond our imagination. Sometimes it's the ice, too. For instance, this man who ended up finding a Bigfoot all frozen up under the ice.
I can see its eyes and it's his head.
Maybe it got trapped inside by the cruel nature, or maybe it was just a hoax. Which, even if it was, I'll be scared as hell still. This footage was filmed when a team of workers were told by some locals that they think there's a snake in their ceiling. None of them knew that it wasn't just a snake on that ceiling, but 2 massive snakes living up there. As the ceiling dropped, the snakes almost dropped with it too, leaving everyone near them to jump back in horror. It happened in Malaysia, and since this video was uploaded, everyone there has been checking their ceilings twice every night. Now, was it just a tiny spider looking so big due to being close to the trail cam? Or was it a really massive spider lurking in the depths of the woods? It's up to you what you think, but if you ask me, I'm never going into those woods with such long-legged creatures crawling everywhere. Are dwarves real, or are they just works of fantasy? I guess you'll be shocked to know that there's a chance that these creatures might be real. I mean, look at this video and the small things in the jungle. Don't they look very similar to what a dwarf would be like? I don't know if any of you might have guessed it, but this one is also from Florida. She wanted to check the outside bathroom, which was along the pool, and it seemed all fine until she went up close to the sink and found this thing hiding inside. But the question here is, what was it? A snake? A lizard? A gecko? And because it's Florida, we can't really say anything for sure. Imagine you're out with friends on a drive late at night and you encounter this in the way. Well, this is what happened to these guys who were just having fun when not just one but two pairs of creepy glowing eyes started staring at them. Even though the creatures were far and the guys were in the car, that was not enough to make them any less scared. Once a man was in the forest gathering some logs when he stumbled upon something peculiar. We're not exactly sure what was going through his mind, but he ended up picking up this eerie doll and taking it back to his home. To make matters even more bizarre, he even decided to record the doll while it was doing who knows what. If it were me, I wouldn't even dream of doing something like that. Not even in a million years. If you think giant mutated spiders are only in the sci-fi movies, you think wrong, and this video will show you how. People in Rogasnica were shocked when one morning they saw this giant spider crawling across this hill. Luckily, it was far away from the population, so no one got harmed. But the most mysterious part is that the spider just vanished in a few minutes. Where did it go? No one knows. Okay, so what comes into your mind when you first see it? Me, being dumb, thought it was the grass walking, but it turns out to be some kind of insect, a very tiny one. Though the man who uploaded it didn't happen to have any kind of information about it, and the thing was just as unusual to him as it is to all of us. But let us know if you guys have any info on this one. This hairless creature was discovered by a group of plantation workers. It had small ears, no tail, and a bald, brownish-gray body with sharp claws. The workers were frightened by its odd appearance and believed it was a supernatural entity coming to haunt them. They attacked the creature, but afterward, specialists in nature explained that it was an uncommon Malayan sun bear. The workers were rebuked for their harsh behavior, and the bear was relocated to its natural habitat in the woods. As the videographer was recording a moose by the side of the road in Gaspésie, Quebec, Canada, they noticed an oddity in the footage. Although the moose was initially the only thing in view, the viewer became curious about a strange figure on the back left of the video. The clip gained a lot of attention online, and many people made guesses about what the enigmatic figure could be, ranging from supernatural beings to extraterrestrial life forms. The question of what could be hiding in the Quebec wilderness remains unanswered, causing people to wonder. This image is taken from two videos, one which shows a ghost attempting to hide from something, and to do that he jumps into the water. This whole thing was recorded on a trail cam set nearby to look for animals. The next clip shows an alien-like figure peeking from behind the tree. If it wasn't for the glowing eyes, the figure might have gone unnoticed and considered to be just part of the tree. In the video, a group of individuals is seen walking at night with torches and sticks while leading some goats. Everything seems ordinary until you spot a white goat with an unusual object hanging from its neck. The men appear frightened by the object, which stays attached to the goat even when they attempt to take it off. Eventually, it resembles a strange shadow on the ground, swiftly heading towards the forest and vanishing. To me, it appears quite disturbing. What are your thoughts on what it might be? This video was captured by a brave soul who thought it would be a really great idea to go out alone into the deep woods at night. He thought he'd end up meeting some unusual beings and, well, guess what? He got exactly what he was expecting. A creepy little cryptid staring right at him from behind the tree. Was it just waiting for the right moment to attack, or was it too scared to come out? The mystery has been unsolved since forever. Considering the last clip, if you think the woods are only creepy and unsafe at night, let us tell you how wrong you are, and this video will prove it to you. These trees were recorded moving. Like literally moving from one place to another. Was it the neighborhood that annoyed them, or they felt unsafe due to humans? We could never know since trees don't talk. Now this one might be just an image taken by a trail cam and not a whole video, but this single image is enough for us to get an idea about how eerie and unbelievable life in the woods can be. Was it an alien or just an animal from an unusual angle? We can't say for sure, but you let us know if you have any ideas. If you think it's just another usual trail cam video which shows gorillas sitting here and there and busy with their normal routine, that's not the case. These aren't just any gorillas. These are the Cross River gorillas, and sadly they're endangered with only 200 individuals left to survive. In fact, these are the rarest gorillas on the whole planet. And this trail cam happened to capture these majestic creatures living their lives in Cameroon. You must be thinking it's too dark and too blurry to actually determine that's a Bigfoot going about in the woods, but the size of the creature and what we can make out from the darkness, I don't see any chance of it being some other animal other than Bigfoot. I mean, we can see it walking on 2 feet and it being all dark and hairy, and its size as compared to the trees is pretty huge. Ask me and I'd say it's a Bigfoot for sure. This man had heard that mysterious creatures lurk in the desert, especially at night. So he did what anyone would do, set up a camera and waited for the night to pass so he could go check if it captured anything unusual. And to his surprise, it actually did. What was it? A death worm? An alien? A monster? We'll give you a moment to take a guess. But when he inspected it all, it turned out it was just a buffalo. But scary nonetheless. Don't worry, man, we were just as confused as you were. In June 2022, a man's security camera happened to click a photo which had the whole world in shock. Even the mainstream media couldn't help but feature it. They called it the Wolfman. Nobody had any idea if that was someone playing a prank or was it really a Wolfman. At first, the residents of the area thought it was just a coyote responsible for the missing animals and spreading fear everywhere, so they set up cameras everywhere in hopes of catching the animal in the act. However, what the camera ended up recording was something that blew their minds. A huge creature was seen lurking in the woods. And what else could it be except for the famous Sasquatch, right? It was never caught, but was never seen ever again either. Maybe it's since that humans have come about it. What do we call a person gliding through the streets? Not walking like normal human beings, but moving in some otherworldly form? We call it a ghost, and a ghost is what this CCTV camera ended up recording. Now, don't ask me whose ghost it was, because I don't know about that, but it does seem like in a hurry. Maybe he was going on his daily haunting duty. What do you say? A crooked, glowing creature moving in the weirdest way possible in the street. If I ever see something like that, I'm going to leave the country for good. I don't know how these people get the courage to actually stand there and record such stuff. And, well, as soon as this video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. Questions arising from everywhere about the authenticity of the clip and the identity of the creature, but the questions had been unanswered ever since. How fast is a mountain lion, and how sneaky is it? If you find yourself wondering such questions, then we're here to give you answers. As this mountain lion sneaked up on the deer, and the deer was all clamped in its claws in a matter of mere seconds, and good thing this was all captured on a trail cam installed somewhere in California, and if you notice, the leap is right on the neck, fast and on target. Amazing. When one cougar minded its own business, the other one was in a mood of letting the man know how dangerous he can be. So he ran as fast as he could towards the man and stopped just a few inches away. And he did it for 6 minutes straight. Might be the longest 6 minutes of that man's life. And about the man, I would say he did a great job at staying calm and not taking off running as most people would have done, and he never turned away from the cougar. And that's what saved his life. Recently, a trail camera recorded an intense brawl between 2 male bears. It all started when one of the bears let out a bone-chilling snarl, warning the other bear to back off. Things quickly escalated from there, with the bears wrestling and biting each other in a wild frenzy. The fight lasted for a few minutes before they eventually went their separate ways. It was a crazy scene that happened deep in the heart of the woods. A creepy trail cam pic caused a stir online because a little girl was seen in the middle of nowhere with no humans around. People wondered how she got there or if she was a ghost, but it turns out she was just with her grandpa and the pic was taken in the woods. No need to be scared, she's a real human. This picture was captured by a trail camera in the dead of night. We haven't been able to investigate it further, but it appears to be a rake lurking in the darkness of the woods. We're keeping our eyes peeled for any updates, but for now, all we have is this eerie image, and people are saying it's real. It isn't always the animals or the mysterious beings that lurk in the woods. Sometimes it's humpback whales also, found laying all deep in the woods. And how exactly the whale ended up there, so far away from the ocean? Well, that's been a mystery ever since. When a man went out to check his trail cam and what it captured this time, he was stunned to see the picture the camera had taken. To some, it appeared like two glowing eyes, and to others, it was a UFO. Since it was just a picture, we can't say if it was fake or just something which looks eerie. Crocodiles are super deadly creatures. They don't care about anyone or anything, not even if you're just trying to record them with a camera. They can sneak up on you real slow, and before you know it, you're stuck in their powerful jaws with no escape. These fierce felines hunt and chow down on all sorts of critters, but one time one of them got snapped by a camera while running into a rattlesnake on its way somewhere. It made sure to take out the snake before resuming its original plans. But man, it really had to work hard to take down that snake. It used its sharp claws and teeth to crush and bite the snake's head in an epic battle. At first, the coyote could be seen running away from the camera's range of vision, and shortly after, the mountain lion appeared and chased after the coyote. And after a few seconds, we could hear the coyote screaming for help, indicating that the mountain lion had caught it. That's how fast these deadly lions are. Have you ever seen videos of people fighting that go viral online? It happens quite a bit, right? But it's actually pretty rare to come across videos of kangaroos fighting. Well, I recently saw one on trail camera footage. These two kangaroos were squabbling, and it was pretty interesting to watch. The fight started when they grabbed each other by the neck and tried to knock each other over. But in the end, they both walked away peacefully. Pretty cool, huh? A home security camera in Texas ended up recording a girl dressed in all white walking through the backyard. When the family saw it, they were all perplexed as the girl was not someone they knew or had ever seen. But then, who was it? A ghost? Or just someone pulling a prank? Humans have a natural curiosity that drives them to investigate anything unusual. But in this particular case, a man took his curiosity to the extreme. He heard strange sounds coming from the woods and decided to explore it late at night to see if he could find anything interesting. To his surprise, he stumbled upon a strange creature behind a tree, making weird whistle-like sounds.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Realizing the danger, he quickly ran away as fast as he could without looking to see if the creature was following him. It seems his curiosity got the best of him in this scary encounter. The Amazon rainforest is a place where you can find unique and unusual creatures. People often put trail cameras there to capture these animals. Recently, a rare Amazonian short-eared dog was spotted on one of these cameras. The species was thought to be almost extinct for a while, and researchers were losing hope of finding any. However, this video gave them new hope. The dog was just sniffing around in the forest like any other day. Teams have been sent to locate the dog so that it can be kept safe in a preserve and live longer. When these pictures went viral online, they really got people talking. They show a little cat sitting on top of some big animals, which surprised a lot of folks. Nobody could believe how chill the cat was about it. Some people even made jokes about the cat being the boss of all the other animals. But then some experts gave their 2 cents and said that the cat, which is called a genet, was likely using the other animals as a lookout point to find prey. That's pretty clever if you ask me. There was a guy in Brazil who saw something strange on a rooftop while he was doing his own thing and decided to record it. What he captured was a weird creature that looked like a huge ant hanging out on the roof. Some people thought it was extraterrestrial, but to me it looks like a really big ant. Brazil has all sorts of creepy crawlies, so who knows what else is out there, right? The freakiest part is that the creature vanishes right after the guy spots it. What was it doing up there? We may never find out. Have you ever seen those spooky creatures people call nightcrawlers or soul walkers? They can give you the creeps, but they're also strangely calming. There's this video from California back in 2011 that shows two stick-like figures walking through the woods. They almost look like a family of ghosts, with one resembling a little baby ghost and the other maybe a ghost mom or dad. It's a peaceful and serene scene, and I hope they were able to keep wandering about undisturbed. Trail cameras are used to take pictures of animals in the wild, but sometimes they capture something really creepy. Like this one time, a man in a clown mask was caught on camera in the forest at night. We don't know what he was doing there, or if he was even a real person. The spooky clown stared right at the camera before vanishing into the woods, giving everyone the creeps. Who knows what other scary stuff is out there lurking in the shadows? The deep, dark woods conceal secrets and elusive creatures that have managed to evade human detection. Despite our assumptions that certain species have gone extinct, they persist in their natural habitats, hidden from our eyes. However, a trail camera recently captured a remarkable sighting in Vietnam, a two-tone mouse deer that scientists believed had been extinct for 30 years. The footage astonished the world as it revealed a healthy and lively creature meandering through the woods. So there was a video that captured an elk on a trail cam wearing a tire like a necklace. Crazy, right? This poor elk had the tire around his neck for 2 years while going about his daily life. As time passed, his neck and antlers grew bigger, which made it impossible for him to remove the tire by himself. Luckily, wildlife officials came to the rescue. They gave the elk some medicine to make him sleep and attempted to remove the tire. Sadly, they had to remove his antlers too. But don't worry, the elk will grow a new pair of antlers in due time. The Wildlife Channel put cameras in the jungle to see the animals there. They were hoping to film them doing normal things, but what the cameras showed was surprising. The bears they caught on camera were dancing and moving their bodies like Shakira. It's pretty amazing that bears can dance like that, but did you know that bears also get itchy? And instead of scratching themselves with their paws like we do, they use trees. And look at them go. They're really enjoying themselves, aren't they? When you go camping, unexpected guests might drop by, like mosquitoes and other bugs if you're lucky. But if you're not, like the guy in this video, a big male lion and 2 lionesses might pay you a visit. The man was sleeping soundly in his tent when all of a sudden this happened. Luckily, he stayed put and didn't try to run away. The lion seemed more curious than anything and didn't harm him. Despite the scare, the camper had an unforgettable night. So there's this really weird thing that a camera caught in the forest. It looked like the earth was moving up and down, almost like it was taking a break from spinning and going around the sun. People call it the breathing earth because it's like the ground is breathing. This happens when the wind is strong and the ground is loose. It can be pretty scary if you don't know what's going on. You might think the earth is going to swallow you up. It's definitely one of the craziest things ever caught on trail camera. Someone caught a really creepy video and posted it online. It shows a creature that looks like a spider or maybe a crab, and it scared a lot of people. At first, I thought it was just a dog dressed up in a spider suit. But when I took a closer look, I realized it definitely wasn't a dog. The only dog in the video looked totally freaked out by the weird bent-legged things too. So we're all pretty confused about what it could be. So there was this male deer in Ottawa, Canada that got caught on camera losing its antlers. It might seem strange to us, but it's actually a regular thing for male deer to lose their antlers in winter to make way for new ones. The shedding process usually happens from late winter to early spring. It was funny to see that the deer in the video seemed surprised by what was happening and ran away looking confused. It's really hard to figure out what those lights in the sky are. Some people think they might be aliens, but others think it's just a bug in front of the camera. Do you think this means aliens are visiting us? Or maybe they're here, but we don't even know it? Also, what about those strange flying objects we sometimes see? The government just released a report on them, but there's still not enough evidence to know for sure what they are. We know how birds travel from one place to another in flocks, all flying together to search for new places to live and feed, right? But this murmuration of a massive flock of birds was just something else. Even the researchers said they'd never seen such a kind of behavior in birds before, and that it might be alarming as well. Do you doubt the existence of Bigfoot and other creatures like that? Well, check this out. There's some drone footage that might make you think twice. In the video, you can see some enormous trees shaking like crazy as if a giant monster is trying to pull them out of the ground. And we're not talking about puny trees. These ones are huge and super tall. No way could a person or machine do something like that. So do you still believe that Bigfoots are just made-up stories? And this video was captured on a trail cam, and it's just too cute to miss. You can see a mother fox and her 4 cubs all playing around and annoying their mom a bit, but she doesn't seem to mind at all. What's even more amazing is that the family seems completely oblivious to the fact that they're being recorded. This picture shows a Bigfoot walking through the woods. It was taken by a trail cam installed in the Charleston area, but when they went to investigate it, it turned out to just be a cutout of a cardboard, which was all part of a prank pulled by someone. Believe it or not, this bear from Boulder, Colorado has become the new selfie champ. The story goes that this curious creature found a camera with a motion sensor and decided to go wild with it. The outcome? More than 400 snapshots of the bear posing in all kinds of ways, giving his best sultry gaze and even making some goofy faces. This bear wasn't going to quit until it got every picture just right for social media. A man happened to capture this slimy thing when it was on his way somewhere, and since it wasn't like anything he'd seen before, he decided to capture it on camera. It doesn't appear to have any eyes, but a head-like thing which moves a little bit. It looks something like what a blob would look like. So is it some new species? And if it is, then I'd rather stay away from this slimy thing. Ever wondered how large anacondas are? What's the maximum limit they can go to? Well, they can easily go to 30 feet, and this anaconda right here can give you an idea of how dangerous these beings can be. The tree can't even hold its weight, and it comes down as this snake tries slithering its way up on it. Watching this, I'm really glad Titanoboas are long gone, or God knows what might have happened. Maybe it really was a rake, or maybe just a gorilla with glowing eyes. Though the chances of it being the latter are pretty low because there aren't many gorillas whose eyes glow like that in pitch dark. So what does that mean? Was it really a rake? And if so, then where did it go after staring at the camera? Are they hiding it in the deep dark regions? Or do you think it's all fake? When 2 guys were out in the woods filming and doing their thing, they heard weird noises coming from somewhere nearby, and they thought it'd be better to go and check the area out. Not knowing what was coming, they went there, and then this happened. A weird whitish creature came running towards them, freaking them out. The video ends abruptly, so we're not sure what happened to them. If you think you're safe from the weird beings if you're at your home, then you're wrong. They follow you everywhere you go. For instance, take a look at this clip. This man thought he lived alone until a kid appeared from behind the TV, peeking from behind. The man had to go check, and that's when things got weird, because the kid completely vanishes when the man reaches there. And this bended-like-a-dog creature was caught on camera running away from something, and this is the point where I wonder, was it scared of something? Or did it do something and was trying to run and not get caught? Even after millions of views on the internet, no one was able to tell exactly what that was. Let's say the day's pretty stormy outside and you still think that you need to go outside to see how bad the weather is. And when you do, this is what you see? What will you do? Obviously go back into the house as soon as possible, right? Unlike this man who thought he should take his camera out and record it all. A brave soul, I must say, or maybe it's fake. What do you think? Just the head out of the water, standing straight, not even moving an inch, and water dripping from its mouth. This is a creature which was caught on camera somewhere in China. As soon as the video hit the internet, people started claiming it was a sea dragon. But the question is it really? Or is it just a fountain more than half inside the water? Let us know if you know anything about it. Long gone are the days when black cats were considered signs of bad luck or other things, but there are times when I find myself wondering, what if those people were right? And you'll agree with me when you see this black cat with glowing eyes staring straight towards the man. She refuses to clear the path for the man, which of course scares the hell out of him, and not only that, she also attacks and hisses at the man. What remains unexplained is what caused this cat to show such weird behavior. Insects are creepy, and there's no denying that, but what if I tell you that these creatures are starting to get even creepier? Look at this one, for instance. When people saw it for the first time, they weren't just weirded out, but also confused, not knowing what kind of insect it was. But let me tell you, it's called Creatonitos gangus, and it's a kind of moth, usually called the monster moth, created by Satan himself. While exploring the park, a man stumbled upon a squishy mass in the pond that bore a striking resemblance to a brain wiggling around in the water. Fortunately, it wasn't a human brain as he initially feared. Nevertheless, its peculiar nature was just as bewildering as a real brain would have been. It turned out to be a collection of minuscule creatures rarely seen before. People who've encountered this unusual formation have given it interesting monikers such as Blob Monster and Dragon Booger. A security guard whose duty, unfortunately, was of night, and he had to guard the building all night long. For some days, he was hearing weird noises like someone slamming the door, but he didn't pay much attention to it. But one day, it was getting a little too much, so gathered all the courage and went to check who exactly is there. While he couldn't see anyone, his camera captured a ghostly shadow on it. But was the ghost behind all those noises, or was there something more scary hidden? No one could even answer that. A Facebook picture circulated in 2014 had a lot of people up there worried. The post was shared thousands of times within a few hours and had a lot of people uttering the word skinwalker, a well-known legend in Indian country. The picture shows an unexplained being lurking on the side of a road. In April 2023, people saw a mysterious creature swimming in the water. It was in a park where most of them went jogging in the morning, so a lot of witnesses were there. The creature looked like it was stuck in the water but refused to come out, so no one could really tell what it was except that it was unusual and nothing like they'd ever seen before. To some, it looked like a serpent, but nothing was ever confirmed. When the video was uploaded, no one could tell what it was. A caterpillar? Or maybe some other insect? But it didn't look like anyone had seen before. Well, I did my research, and it came out to be a thing called a case-bearing clothes moth. And this thing is just as weird as its name. They're named due to the silken case the larva weaves to protect itself while it's eating your carpet, and, well, I too would be weirded out if I ever saw one. I don't know what the man was doing on that raft and going exactly where, but when he turned the camera towards the thing he thought was following him, it definitely gave me creeps. If something like that was following me, I don't know how I'd remain so calm and record it all. But, well, he did, and after watching the clip, many suspected it to be a mermaid or something similar. Even though nothing was confirmed, there's still a slight chance that it might be. You must have watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, let's just say life might just be the same for some people. For instance, this young man who recorded the clip of this weird creature lurking somewhere on Earth. Now, I don't know what place that is, and I don't want to know either. Just look at the size. Who would be so calm recording it and not running for their life? Unless it's fake. When a man was looking outside his window, he saw something very weird. There was a man sitting in front if he looked through the glass. But when he saw not from the window glass, there was nobody. How exactly is that possible? Unless it's a vampire or something. But was it? What do you guys think? A few years back, some workers were assigned the work to go to the back side of the factory and check why one of the drainage pipes was blocked, since it was causing a lot of problems. So they went with their phone cameras rolling to get video evidence of whatever problem they faced. But they ended up capturing something they weren't expecting at all. A white figure peeked from inside the pipe, leaving them shocked. This pig comes from China, and it looks very different from other pigs. Its face is shaped in a way that some people find scary, and it has a nose that looks strange, like a person's nose or something that boys have. Because of its unusual face shape, it has trouble breathing, and its tongue sticks out of its mouth in a funny way. When it opens its mouth wide, it looks like it's screaming, but no sound comes out. It seems like nature didn't protect this little piglet enough. Encountering a Bigfoot from a distance is one thing, but witnessing the spectacle of a colossal creature stumbling and tumbling takes it to a whole new level, and that's precisely what this individual managed to capture on camera. Two immense beings, possibly yetis, were observed devouring an animal, and within seconds, one of them lost balance and rolled down the icy slope. Despite being recorded in 2016, no one has been able to provide a reasonable explanation to this day. While most individuals tend to avoid perilous situations, there are those inquisitive souls who relish delving deep into the enigmatic realms. Take, for instance, this duo who, during their forest expedition, stumbled upon an abandoned mine shaft. Judging by its appearance, it seemed as though centuries had passed since anyone had set foot inside. Contrary to the instincts of regular folks, these two individuals decided to approach the mine shaft and investigate its contents. However, within seconds, they discovered why the mine shaft had been forsaken. An unusual creature with luminous eyes suddenly materialized out of thin air. Some men were driving their way home late at night when they saw something weird nearby, so they stopped their car and decided to film it on their camera. And when you see this, you'll be just freaked out as it shows a creepy creature looking towards the men from behind something. Some claimed it was the rake, while others said it was just someone in a costume, but nothing was for sure. This cat was doing the usual cat stuff, and the owner of the cat was recording herself being herself, just like most cat people out there do. But then something weird happened. A creepy hand came from under the drawer and tried grabbing the cat. People were quick to suspect it was a demon living under there. What do you think about it? When people started hearing weird noises coming from the sewers, they informed the authorities. However, even after investigating, there was nothing to be found, so they set a camera under there. And this is what the camera recorded: a pair of glowing eyes. Like the creatures came to inspect and quickly ran away after seeing the camera. Pretty scary, don't you think? Where trail cameras usually take pictures of animals when they're doing their normal things like resting, looking for food, and doing their daily tasks, sometimes these cameras capture really strange and funny moments too. Like this bear who was just doing its bear things when suddenly it saw something really strange in front of it. It was its own reflection. Can you imagine? The bear was really surprised and didn't like it at all. It didn't expect to see itself like that, and it got upset, or at least it seemed like it did. This CCTV camera was only mounted to ensure the safety of the vehicles and all, but it ended up recording a weird creature who crawled up to a poster on the wall and then continued to scratch it to pieces before moving away and out of the camera's reach. And even if we look at it closely, it looks nothing like a human wearing any costume. This Eagle Cam captures amazing footage off the coast of Southern California, specifically the west end of Catalina Island. We see a bald eagle in its cliffside nest about to settle for the night. A sly fox approaches hoping for free eggs, but Mama Eagle intimidates it. She calls for her mate who quickly responds. The fox posed no threat to the eagle, but was after the eggs. This video reveals the dangers of lurking in the wild and for the animals at night, as some predators prefer coming out when others are asleep. In January 2021, a clip went viral which showed a weird hairless creature crawling up to things in the jungle. As much as it creeped people out, it also alerted the authorities who began the search for it. And after months and months of search, they actually did find it. Though the bear was in pretty rough condition, He was scared and weak and had to be kept in a cage before he was transferred to somewhere safe and where he can be taken care of. People have been claiming the man here might be Jesus, but is it really? Or was it just some fake edited video? But just for a minute, if we consider it to be real, then wouldn't it be the weirdest clip out there? How did the man vanish into this strong flow of water? Did he survive? And if so, how? So many questions, and just one short clip as an answer is what we have. Now, as compared to all other videos in this list, this one might be the scariest of all. It was uploaded on YouTube in 2020 and freaked everyone out. Some said it was a weird being who lives in the sewers near their home, and others said it was a blob like a human mutant, but it later turned out that it was a man pranking his own friend. Look at the couple all happy, in love with each other. The clip seems so lovey-dovey. If you don't pay attention to what's happening in the background, let us slow it down a bit so you can have a closer look at the demon standing right behind them and then disappearing just a second after. The demons and the ghosts might only come out at night, but the witches can do it anytime they want. For instance, this one time when a man caught a woman dressed in white on his camera. She was standing behind the dumpsters, her hair all messy and on her face. Ask me, and she looked like she just came from a horror movie set. Or maybe she actually did. When this clip went viral, it scared the hell out of everyone who watched it. The massive gorilla-like figure was seen in it, but it was no gorilla, and that everyone could tell for sure. But then, what was it? That's the question no one has been able to answer. Bear catches trail cam. Trail cam catching animals doing their usual stuff is old. Animals catching trail cam recording them is new these days. Take this bear for instance. He was going on his way when suddenly he turned towards the camera, giving it a look like acknowledging the fact that the camera is there. It was a stormy day when this guy decided to go on a drive, and he never expected what he was going to see on his way. It was a massive bat, the largest anyone has ever seen. Or was it even a bat? It could be an alien too. You let us know what you guys think. In this intriguing video, we see a cat relaxing under a deck while a bald eagle unexpectedly enters the yard. The cat curiously observes the eagle as it approaches. They have a respectful standoff for over 15 minutes, and the cat cautiously approaches the eagle, causing its back to arch, and the eagle spreads its wings. It's unclear what the eagle's intentions were, whether it was after the cat or something else, but it was an intriguing clip nonetheless. This video has sent shivers down the spines of everyone who's watched it. In the dead of night, a strange, luminous creature is seen crawling on the ground in an isolated location. Some refer to it as the rake, while others speculate that it might be an unidentified animal. However, the individuals who captured the footage claim that although it resembled a human, it was undoubtedly not human. So what exactly was it? Perhaps we'll never truly know. While taking his usual stroll, an Australian man stumbled upon an intriguing creature that resembled a worm but possessed some peculiar characteristics. What truly sets it apart is not its worm-like appearance, but rather its remarkable length and segmented structure. I've never witnessed a worm of such considerable size before. A deceased werewolf was discovered by a farmer who subsequently handed it over to researchers for examination and analysis. Later on, unidentified individuals shared photos and videos of the werewolf, instilling great terror in those who came across them. Despite the researchers' diligent efforts to investigate, they were unable to provide any explanation, further deepening the enigma surrounding the incident. The dark web is a realm familiar to many, yet accessible to only a few. Trust me when I say that those who have ventured into it have often come to rue their decision. Allow me to present this video as evidence. An eerie creature silently traverses, moving from the hallway into a room and eventually disappearing into unknown territories. And if you suspect it to be a human, take a closer look at its peculiar gait. Does that resemble the movement of a human being to you? The notion of mermaids being mythical creatures may be called into question after watching this video. In India, a man spotted something extraordinary swimming in the water and approached it for closer examination. To his astonishment, he discovered a creature that bore an uncanny resemblance to a mermaid, albeit smaller in size than anticipated. Could it be a baby mermaid? Or perhaps a tiny drowning monkey? Given the abrupt conclusion of the video, we cannot definitively determine the truth.
This mind-blowing trail footage unravels an unexplained creature. It is a black creature with 4 legs and white, shining eyes, which makes it hard to identify it. Just look at the scary eyes of this animal. On top of that, this video was captured in the dark night with some horror sounds of these wild creatures in the back. With every inch closer to this animal, it gets more horrifying to see. It is very brave of you all for sticking with this. Believe me, some more disturbing shots are yet to come. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Yes, this is Mike, a headless chicken. It has not only survived a month or two, but has successfully lived up to 18 months. Isn't this spine-chilling? A chicken with no head has lived up to the age of a normal chicken. Told you this is going to be crazy. Trust me, you'll be thrilled to see 2 bobcats negotiating a date. They see each other from a distance and start yowling. As they approach each other, they look into the eyes with constant growling. Both give awkward poses with rapid tail twitching. The gray cat is the female, and the red one is the male. It seems that the whole scene is directed by a renowned director. Can you believe that this loving video was captured on Valentine's Day? Deer are known for their naughty behavior. We have mischievous footage for you this time. This is a whitetail from early June in full velvet antlers in the Kamloops, British Columbia area. Deer are fast with their tongues, so we had to freeze the frame at the right moment. This deer was using his nose and tongue to pick up a scent on the trail. Amidst a deep, dark night in the forest, our camera caught an unnerving sight. Just look at this photo of greater kudu posing for the camera. Look at the beauty of these graceful animals. Who would not think this scene to be painted? This has been captured by a trail camera. There's a message in the eyes of these wild yet elegant animals, and it seems like they want to convey something. Another delicate balance between peace and horror is this encounter. People set out their tents on the trail side when a bear arrives at the campsite and steals their food. It opens the cooler to find hot dogs. Seeing a bear eating the goods carelessly is a captivating shot, perhaps. However, people fear bears. The campers are fortunate that the bear is busy with food and has not sniffed the humans. We've learned a lesson from this video, that you should never, ever leave your food by your tent. A video of a deer eating a bird in the sunlight has been seen through our trail camera. Now this is something to see, because a deer is mostly associated with grass. But this deer ate the whole bird, even the skeleton too. You'll be mesmerized yet disturbed to experience such a sight. Look at the poised eyes of this deer. Now, just think about the innocent birds. That bird would have never thought that a deer would be his predator. But welcome to wildlife. Enough scary sights for now. Let's see some heartwarming scenes. Watch this amazing crow removing harmful ticks and parasites from a deer's skin in just a few seconds. This is an amazing wildlife video you don't want to miss. The crow is removing the pesticides with astonishing precision and accuracy. This amazing video shows how cool crows are and how they can help us protect our environment. Our camera has captured an intense moment between a bear and a reindeer. Both stand face to face, entangled in confrontation. Just look at these shining eyes of deer. He refuses to be afraid of a predator. While the confidence of deer triggers the predatory instincts of the bear, it's a struggle for survival. You're lucky to witness the beauty and escalation. It is a twist in our journey of disturbing trail footage. This camera has recorded a unique video. Meet our basketball lover, Buck. Isn't this basketball giving a human touch to this animal? Indeed it is. The deer struggles to get rid of the ball, but it seems like the ball has found a home in his antlers. On our way forward to disturbing trail footage, we found a mysterious creature. It is very strange and unique. Some have speculated it to be a man in a suit, while others think it is a Tasmanian devil. Whatever this creature is, it's got everyone scared. It is black in color and tries to hide itself from the camera. Many believe it to be a dogman. This footage has raised a lot of questions, and everyone out there is speculating about it. We have explored some very creepy and strange captures on trail cams. The weird creature resembles a dog, so many have speculated it to be a chupacabra. It is basically a goat sucker because it feeds on livestock. Look at the long, slender body with an extra long tail. Isn't this giving chills down your spine? It has now turned out to be a realm of mysterious and unknown creatures. A bird with a weird voice and shape is seen on a fence on a farm. People on the farm say that they've never seen such a creature. In the first glimpse, it looks like a monument or an idol on the fence. But as soon as you get closer, you will see it is moving and has a shrill sound. This bird feeds on insects. Aren't these trail footage helping us in seeing strange and unexplored creatures? With every step deeper into the wilderness, we come across a strange animal. This time, it's a perplexing sight again. A brown, hairy figure emerges from the river. It is carrying a small animal in its arms. Some people think it is a heavy-set man with a lot of fishing gear and waders on. Others speculate it is a mysterious creature, aka Bigfoot, with a fish in hand. And the appearance is not like a human, so there's a possibility that anything can be true. Let us know what you think. What do you think? Is this a man or a bear? By its stature, it looks like a bear. It is a strange creature with a black color. But as you investigate the details, you'll notice that it's holding a stick and wearing a cap. These signs make us believe that it is a human. The image sparks curiosity and speculation. Deep in the jungle unfolds a heart-wrenching scene. Just look at the scared girl standing close to two deer. One deer looks straight into the eyes of the girl with curiosity. It raises the question of what possible secret can these two share? Or maybe the deer are considering the girl to be prey. Meanwhile, the other deer locks eyes with the camera, as if acknowledging its presence, drawing us into the world. Gardner, Kansas is known to have a mountain lion, so some people decided to install 2 trail cameras, and they saw some unexpected weird images. A gorilla engaged in a bloody struggle with a terrifying being. To our surprise, a mysterious entity that appeared to be a human and wolf moved through the area using a walker. The search for the mountain lion took an unexpected turn, entangling it in a strange, wild encounter. This photo can scare you all. We believe it to be a photo of a monster trying to hide its face with a veil. The dark night intensifies the details of the monster. What lies beneath that concealed face? Come along with us as we set out on a quest to discover the mystery surrounding this frightening creature. But be careful. Once revealed, the monster's face can frighten you in your sleep for the rest of time. Be prepared for a strange encounter. In this image, a being with a human-like body stands tall, but its head distinguishes it from the rest. It is perfectly still, a mesmerizing sight. What lies behind its unusual appearance? Is it a being from another world? Or maybe a creation of nature's enigmatic design? As we gaze upon this mysterious figure, we are reminded of the vastness of the unknown. In our journey of struggle, we found a bird stuck in the water. A bird becomes entangled in a watery fight. It struggles to escape its underwater cage and resembles an eagle. It makes every effort to liberate itself, but it never succeeds. But the question is, was it just stuck there? Or was it something else? And the mystery unfolds as we see an alligator approaching. But unfortunately, the video did not end as we were all thinking. The gator got hold of the eagle at last. We've brought another amazing adventure of wildlife for you. Just see this black horse grazing peacefully. But this peace is short-lived. Can you see the alligator behind him? The horse attacks the alligator after eye contact for a few seconds. We can hear the sound with horseshoes clash with scaly skin. It is another battle of survival and strength. You can definitely not miss this one. Have you seen an animal like a bear from the back and goat from the front? Well, if not, then take a look at this muscular mountain ghost. It's like a polar bear because of its bear-like shape and white color, but it has a face of a goat grazing in the wildlife. This contrast between a bear and a goat shows the wonders of nature. We've seen animals fighting with other animals, but let's see a battle of a deer with a plant. This video draws our attention to the deer with a plant stuck in its antlers. The deer tries its best to get rid of this problem, but it seems no success. Isn't it a beautiful scene to see? Look at this remarkable picture. Doesn't it spark curiosity? A bear-like creature stands on a single leg. Its face is indistinct. It remains a mystery with no distinct features. What secrets lie behind its hidden face? We're drawn into the mystery of this enigmatic creature. Buckle up as an unknown shadow that is intriguing and enigmatic appears. We are perplexed by it because of its short tail, large legs, and fuzzy body. It might be a badger. The disparity in color only heightens the intrigue. Let us know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. Is it really just a badger or some other undiscovered creature? It was a stormy night and the trail camera received a lot of rain. The camera's ability to be submerged in water was tested. The apparatus was almost drowned as water dripped down it. Even though this one clip isn't like the other ones in today's list, still, it's no less disturbing or weird. I mean, what's weirder than a trail cam literally drowning? Thank you for watching the video till the end. Do like and share it with your friends.
No, you taste, dude.
Weird creature in woods. While on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. A friendly seal. As Vincent Vajera was enjoying a leisurely fishing trip off the coast of California, he got an unexpected visitor, a friendly seal who decided to hop aboard his kayak. Initially, Vincent was a bit startled, but he quickly realized that the seal just wanted a hug. The adorable creature snuggled up to Vincent and refused to leave, creating a heartwarming moment that was caught on camera.
Here's my new friend. He jumped aboard out at the bridge.
Despite several attempts to coax the seal back into the water, the little guy just wanted to stay and hang out with his new friends. A mermaid. Check out this crazy footage captured by some guys in Israel. They managed to catch what looks like a real-life mermaid on camera. The quality isn't great, but you can totally see the creature chilling on a rock before diving back into the water when it notices the guys creeping up.
Oh my god! What is that?
Do you think this thing was the real deal or just some kind of hoax? We want to hear your thoughts. A beluga whale's crush. If you think you're the only one crushing hard on all those Korean oppas, well, you're wrong, because it isn't just us humans, but these beluga whales too who love Korean men. This beluga whale has such a big crush on her trainer that it refuses to kiss anyone else but him. And waits all day for just him to come to her and play with her. The other two males have to be separated from her because they like her so much that she finds them annoying. A close call. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you face, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale, and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. Woman helps kangaroo. This little guy had his hands burnt in a forest fire and didn't know what to do. So he came to the humans for help. And lucky for him, this kind woman was there to lend a hand. It's incredible how calm and trusting the kangaroo is while the woman tends to his wounds. Bear chases snowboarder. So this girl was snowboarding as usual, but then something unexpected happened to her. She was singing a song while getting on her board, and once ready, she started riding. Suddenly, she noticed a glimpse of a bear chasing her from behind, but she didn't fully comprehend what was going on. Thankfully, the girl was quick enough to escape the bear and unknowingly saved her life. The super cat. You might think of cats as grumpy creatures, but don't let that fool you. They actually care about us as much as we care about them. Just check out this clip where a cat saves a toddler's life. The baby was headed straight for the stairs, but the cat sprang into action and rushed over to prevent a nasty fall. What a brave kitty. And to make sure the baby stayed safe, the cat even sat guard at the bottom of the stairs to keep the little one from trying again. How sweet is that? An ostrich fight. Did you know that ostriches are the biggest and heaviest birds out there? Even though they're usually harmless and don't bite much, we found a video of one going berserk and attacking a man. A group of guys were just hanging out when suddenly the ostrich went after one of them. Made the bird so angry in the first place, doesn't it? A python. So let's tell you about this wild incident that went down in Thailand. One mom, Thanapum Laken, who's 42, woke up one morning to find their dead kitten in her house with bite marks all over its body. When she went to her son's room to investigate, she found a massive 10-foot python just chilling under the bed. Crazy, right? Well, she didn't waste any time and called for help, and luckily, the authorities were able to catch the python safely. Lekian thinks it's a miracle that her son wasn't sleeping in that room that night, and believes his guardian angel was watching over him. The morning glory clouds. Have you seen these amazing clouds that look like a giant snake in the sky? They're actually a rare meteorological event that only happens in certain parts of the world. This dude managed to capture them over Lake Michigan in the USA. Basically, it happens when the air is really humid in the early morning, and a cloud forms at the front of it, creating the leading edge of a cylinder. Pretty cool, right? A rat temple. Did you know that in India there's a temple dedicated entirely to rats? It's called the Karni Mata Temple, and it's situated in the city of Bikaner, right in the middle of the Thar Desert. Can you believe that over 25,000 rats call this place home? According to locals, every rat born there is believed to embody the soul of a family member, and they are considered sacred. People even drink the milk left behind by the rats after they take a sip. As much as I love dairy, I don't think I'd be able to handle that rat-infused milk. I might just turn into a hardcore vegan. The subscribers pick. This image is taken from a video that went viral a few years back. At first, we see a car driving on a dark road, and out of nowhere, a bunch of guys dressed like Charlie Chaplin pop up. It's super eerie how they all stop and stare into the car, especially with that weird lighting in the background. And there's even a dude wearing a mask to make things even creepier. A scary shark encounter. This might be the closest close call with a white shark you'll be seeing here. The man with his friends was out diving, but seconds after he dived into the water, his friends started shouting, "Shark! Shark!" to him.
Shark! Shark!
He went under the water to see what it was, and there the white shark was swimming right beneath him. He tried swimming away as fast as he could, while continuously looking for the shark, and there it came again. This time straight towards the man, but somehow he actually made the shark turn the other way. Good thing it happened and the man came out of the water safely.
What is that? Oh my god! What is that? Where's the zoom on this?
Man vanished. This Ring camera recorded a man walking on the street at night, but just after a few seconds, he appeared to have vanished in thin air. It was in the middle of the camera's view, so we cannot say that he may have walked to the edge of the view. Now, how did this happen and who exactly was the man? This answer remained unknown, as the woman whose camera recorded it said she had never seen him before. Fish crossing road. A year ago, people in Washington saw this weird phenomena happening. A number of fishes were seen crossing the road. Just like you and me, they were all so shocked to see how these salmon fishes were showing this unusual behavior. However, this scenario is the result of the river flooding. What you're seeing are salmon going from a field that they've been washed into, back across the road to get back into the river to continue their journey. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, some salmon that get washed out do this to make it back. A flipping spider. What you're seeing right here is a spider which is newly discovered. When the researchers saw it for the first time flip-flopping its way through the desert, they were astonished. At first, it was thought that something might have triggered such behavior. However, later it was observed that this was a new species, and this spider was unlike all the others, and it only does its cartwheeling when trying to get away from a predator. Dog walks on water. We don't know what this dog was thinking, but he sure did surprise all the humans with his supernatural ability to walk on the water. Every single person in the party was just left shaken. It almost seems like something out of the movie The Secret Life of Pets. Do you think it could be based on a true story? Talking raven. Ravens are incredible beings and are considered to be one of the smartest birds. But one quality of theirs makes them more special than anyone else, and that is the way they can imitate human voices.
Hi.
Hi.
Good bird.
For instance, this clip shows a couple recording a raven perched on a stone, then try to make the bird imitate them. But at first, it doesn't seem to care. But then, all of a sudden, the raven starts repeating what they say.
You alright, man? You alright? You alright?
It even says, "I'm alright."
You alright? You alright? You alright? I'm alright.
A poop fest. If you think penguins are just fluffy birds just walking here and there in the coldest regions on the Earth, well, you're wrong, because these penguins are actually having way more fun than any of us. Just that their style of having fun is a little unusual, because what they do love is to poop over one another. Now, I know, it might sound gross and you might go all ew hearing this, but they enjoy it a lot. And who are we to judge, right? Elephant steals food. Humans and animals have been living together for decades, and this year-long relation has led to us understanding each other pretty much. For instance, take the elephant as an example. Years and years after passing the same road, he has come to know that a truck passes the same road every day with lots of sugarcane. So, what did the elephant decide to do? He decided to take a shortcut to get food and steal from the truck whenever he gets the chance to. Ice balls. These tourists were out looking and admiring the natural beauty when one of them discovered this strange thing happening. He found a waterfall where the water was turning into perfectly round ice balls.
Ice balls.
Don't they just look perfect? And if you're thinking of hitting a friend with it, don't play with them or use them as weapons, because they'll hurt. A strong bug. Bugs are often thought of as tiny creatures that anyone can easily squash, aren't they? However, this particular bug defies that stereotype and proves that size doesn't always equate to weakness. Its grip was one of the most powerful I have ever seen, clinging to the machine with an unyielding force that seemed to say, "Go ahead and try to break free." Isn't that truly remarkable? A grateful kangaroo. This kangaroo was stuck and had come to the conclusion that he cannot do anything about his situation and needs the help of humans. That is why he did not resist or punch the men who came to help him. Instead, after getting saved and safely on the land, he stood there, calmly waiting for the humans to shake his hand.
Oh, he's thanking ya.
Such bizarre creatures. Not especially friendly, but impossible not to love. A sea lion. So this photographer thought she'd get some cool shots of these seals up close by laying low on the ground. But one of the seals spotted her and decided to check out what's going on. Next thing you know, this huge baby elephant seal is flopping over to investigate. And before she knows it, she's getting squished. Apparently, the seal weighed over 100 kilograms. But the best part is, she and her husband couldn't stop laughing even though she was flattened like a pancake. Meerkats. Have you seen this video where a photographer was trying to capture some pictures of meerkats in their natural habitat? Well, the meerkats were not too happy being ignored, and they decided to check out the photographer instead. They climbed up on his head, back, and even his camera. These moments were called magic moments by the BBC, and we totally get why. Cartwheeling dolphin. This video features a man showing off his cartwheeling skills in front of a dolphin enclosure. At first, one curious dolphin tried to imitate him, but gave up after one attempt. But then another dolphin arrived and was totally into it. She mimicked every single cartwheel the man did, as if she was trying to impress him. I mean, who knew? Maybe the dolphin did get a crush on the man, right?
This is so cool! This is... Oh my god.
Chimp washing cloth. Be it monkeys, chimps, or gorillas, they are all said to be the most intelligent animals on Earth. And they imitate humans almost perfectly. For instance, see this one chimp who was recorded by a camera washing a cloth. Then it cleaned its hands and face with it. The caretakers had no idea where the animal had picked up this habit. According to them, no one ever did anything like that in front of the chimp. But then, where did he learn that? Lion and deer. Take a look at this unlikely pair taking a leisurely walk through the woods. It's a lion and a deer. Can you imagine? This trail cam clip is truly special, considering lions are notorious predators and rulers of the jungle. Yet here we witness a deer fearlessly following a lion, as if they're old chums or something. Who knows what really happens in the animal world? But one thing is certain. This video is guaranteed to brighten your day and put a smile on your face. A Sicilian. What you're seeing right here might look like a worm to you, but just look at its fang-type teeth and the whole head. This is not a worm, folks. It is called a Sicilian, and these are amphibians. Yep, just like frogs. They just lack arms and legs. But as they lack, their nature made them the only amphibians to have fangs. Fishing cat. Have you ever heard of a fishing cat? No, it's not a cat that likes to go fishing with a rod and reel. These adorable felines are the only ones in the world that specialize in catching fish. While other cats may nibble on a fish occasionally, these guys are pros at it. Found in South Asia, fishing cats are known for their unique hunting style. They dive face first into the water to ambush their prey. Turtle helps turtle. This video shows two turtles hanging out together, when suddenly one of them flips over and can't get back on its feet. But what happens next is truly heartwarming. The other turtle comes to the rescue and uses its head to push and help the struggling one roll back over. This behavior has been seen among turtles a lot of times. When one rolls over the other, one comes running to help. Chimp sweeps floor. This amazing chimp was seen sweeping the floor in his cage with a broom. It's incredible, right? According to his caretaker, the chimp learned this behavior by simply watching them sweep the floor. Apparently, she's usually the one cleaning up the enclosure, but this clever chimp decided to lend a hand. A friendly deer. This man was sitting in the woods minding his own business when this little guy decided to come up to him and give some company. What did he want in return? Just some scratches under his neck. That is all the payment needed for such nice company. And look at that cute face. Smart fish. Every time I hear about catfish, they're always doing something wild. Now in India, these slippery swimmers are taking to land and learning how to walk. Don't they have enough space in the vast ocean? Apparently not, as they venture onto land in search of grub. I don't know about you, but to me it's kind of freaky to see so many of them scurrying about. What a strange sight. Sloths. If you thought sloths were nothing but lazy critters, prepare to have your mind blown. Because it turns out they can move pretty darn fast when they want to. I mean, check out the footage of those little guys attacking those humans with lightning speed. Honestly, it's probably best to give them their space and let them do their sloth thing without disturbing them. Who knew these seemingly laid-back animals had such a surprising burst of energy in them? A weird creature. This weird little thing was recorded deep underwater, transforming into different shapes. The researchers, the people on the internet, in fact, every single person who saw this was shocked to his core, wondering what this creature could have been and what other superpowers it might hold. Can this be an alien? I mean, I can't help but wonder, you know? An unusual friendship. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? A bizarre fish. So these scientists saw a super weird fish and were totally confused. But then something crazy happened. The fish suddenly shrunk its mouth down really fast, and everyone was shocked. It turns out that the fish is called a gulper eel, and it has a special kind of mouth that can puff up to eat big things. This fish is really interesting because of its cool mouth and the way it moves around. Overall, it's pretty amazing. A mouse deer. The secrets hidden in the deep forest seems endless, and we never know what we might find. Recently, a trail camera in Vietnam caught a glimpse of a rare two-tone mouse deer that scientists thought had vanished 30 years ago. It was strolling around leisurely as if it owned the place. It's amazing that some of these unique animals have managed to escape hunters and predators, giving them a chance to flourish in their natural environment. Flying snakes. Have you ever heard of flying snakes? Yeah, you heard that right. Flying snakes. A viral video making the rounds on the internet recently showed these slithering creatures taking to the skies. But don't worry, they're not flapping their wings or anything. They're actually gliding through the air. These incredible creatures, known as chrysopelia, have the ability to contort their bodies and flatten their ribs to cover a significant distance after launching themselves into the air. It's an amazing feat that allows them to travel between trees with ease. Who knew snakes could fly? A pelican. This pelican was recorded by a man trying to eat a capybara. I mean, we know and I know that he knows that the capybara is too big for him, but no, that won't stop him from doing that. And then he is just left all embarrassed because he did not succeed. A dinosaur. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? An embarrassed gator. Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. Lazy ducks. A group of folks caught some ducks being super chill. Even when the water dragged them toward the brink, they were like, nah, whatever. Everyone was freaked out, but little did they know that these feathered friends were just messing around. As soon as they got close to the edge, they flapped their wings and flew to safety. Sneaky ducks. Crab builds its house. Check out this super cool video of a crab making its very own sand and water home. It's not every day you get to see something so unique and amazing, and it's mind-blowing to watch how the crab constructs its shelter with such accuracy and speed. By building its cozy little house, the crab can keep itself safe and hidden from any danger lurking around. Deer eating squirrel. Have you ever noticed that when people think no one is watching, they tend to do the most bizarre things? Well, apparently the same goes for deer too. Recently, I witnessed a deer chowing down on a meaty snack when it thought no humans or cameras were around to catch it in the act. This made me rethink my whole perception of deer. I used to think of them as peaceful grass-eating creatures that kept to themselves, but now I'm not so sure. A baby dinosaur. Apparently, a baby dinosaur, or something that looks like it, was spotted running around the city on CCTV footage. It's got us all wondering, could it be possible that dinosaurs still exist? I mean, how crazy would that be? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think it's legit or just a prank? Swimming gator. Whether it's alligators or crocodiles, we've always seen them as fierce predators. But have you ever wondered what these reptiles do when they think no one's watching? Well, picture this. A gator lazily floating around in a pool, seemingly enjoying the refreshing water. It's almost like they're having a chill moment, just vibing with themselves. Seeing them like this, it's hard not to find them kinda cute, right? Red crab's migration. On Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean, a spectacular natural phenomenon takes place every year. Millions of red crabs embark on an epic journey from the forest to the coast to mate. This journey begins during the rainy season and is protected by park rangers who block off roads and construct temporary fences along the migration path. As the crabs reach the coast, they engage in a frenzied mating ritual before the females lay up to 10,000 eggs each. The island becomes a sea of red as the crabs cover the landscape, creating a breathtaking and unforgettable sight. A witch. This spooky video was recorded in Mexico in 2006. You can see a mysterious figure flying through the sky on a broomstick. Some people think it's a witch. The locals have been talking about these witches for ages, but nobody had any proof until this footage was taken. The witch's flight looks a bit shaky, so maybe she's a new witch still practicing her flying skills. The subscribers pick. This image was taken from a video which shows some researchers doing something strange. You can see a group of people dressed in white and yellow on a deserted beach. They seem to be picking up something from the ground and putting it on a stretcher before taking it away. And of course, we can even see the tail of a creature in the video, which only points in one direction. A mermaid! How crazy is that? Adorable wolves. Wolves are always considered to be the ferocious, the dangerous, the stay-away type animals. But these wolves, I don't want to stay away from them. Looking at the way they're all cuddling and kissing each other, don't they look like the most adorable beings right here? What do you guys think? Komodo dragon. The giant lizard that's basically a real-life dragon. These guys are massive. They're the largest living lizards in the world, and their venomous saliva is no joke. If they bite you, you could end up paralyzed or even dead. And let's not forget about those sharp claws and teeth. They're fierce predators that don't mess around. In fact, they've been known to attack and even kill humans who get too close. So if you ever find yourself in the presence of a Komodo dragon, just remember to keep your distance and give them the space they deserve. Otherwise, you might end up regretting it. Nile crocodile. If you ever find yourself face to face with a Nile crocodile in the wild, you better watch out. These big guys are not to be messed with. They are one of the largest crocodile species in the world and have a reputation for being quite aggressive. They've been known to attack humans and other animals without much warning. So it's best to keep your distance. Cone snail. This is a little guy that you might not expect to be dangerous. The cone snail. These colorful little snails might seem harmless, but don't let their size fool you. They pack a venomous punch that can cause paralysis and even death. I mean, talk about a small but mighty creature. So if you're ever strolling along the beach and come across a cone snail, be sure to admire it from a safe distance. After all, you never know what could be lurking beneath that pretty shell. King cobra. These guys are some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and they can grow up to a whopping 18 feet long. That's longer than most cars, people! And let's not forget about their venom. It's no joke. If they bite you, you could end up with respiratory failure and possibly even death. So if you ever come across a king cobra in the wild, just remember to give them the space they deserve and admire them from a safe distance. After all, it's better to be alive and well than up close and personal with one of these deadly snakes. Blue-ringed octopus. This little dude may be small, but trust me, it's a ninja in disguise. Its venom is like a 1-2 punch that can knock you out and even kill you in just a matter of minutes. Those blue rings on its body may look cool, but they're actually a warning sign that says back off. If you see one of these guys while you're out swimming or diving, keep your distance and give it some space. But let's be real here. As dangerous as they may be, blue-ringed octopuses are still pretty fascinating creatures. Just don't let their small size fool you. They pack a deadly punch. Cassowary. The cassowary is usually known for its striking appearance, with its bright blue head and neck and a large bony protrusion on its head called a casque. However, these birds are also incredibly dangerous, with sharp claws on their feet that can cause serious injury or even death. Cassowaries are also known to be territorial and can become aggressive if they feel threatened. And when they do, get ready to run as fast as you can and as long as you can, because they will follow you as long as they can. Black Mamba. Get ready to meet the Usain Bolt of the snake world, the Black Mamba. This slithery speedster is the fastest snake in the world, and with a name like Mamba, you know it's not something to mess with. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a black mamba, just remember to give them their space and back away slowly. Trust me, you don't want to challenge this sprinting serpent to a race. Mosquito. You know those pesky bugs that buzz around your ear and leave you itching and scratching all over? Yeah, those are mosquitoes, and don't let their small size fool you. These little bloodsuckers are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on the planet. How, you ask? By transmitting deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny terrors. So next time you hear that high-pitched whine, grab the bug spray and protect yourself from the deadliest animal on Earth, the mosquito. Stonefish. If you thought getting a paper cut was painful, wait until you hear about the stonefish. This little fish may not look like much, but it packs a punch with its venomous spines that can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, and get this, the venom is so potent that victims have been known to beg for amputation just to stop the pain. So next time you're out snorkeling, be sure to watch where you step, or you might end up with a nasty surprise from the deadliest fish in the world, the stonefish. Brown recluse spider. This 8-legged terror is a master of disguise, blending in with its surroundings and striking when you least expect it. Its venom is like a slow-acting time bomb, silently eating away at your flesh until it's too late to stop it. And don't be fooled by their size. These tiny terrors can bring down a full-grown adult with just one bite. So watch where you step and check your shoes before putting them on, because the brown recluse could be waiting to strike at any moment. Stay safe, my friends. Great white shark. You know what's scarier than a shark in a horror movie? A real-life great white shark. These bad boys can grow up to 20 feet long and have a bite force that can crush bones. And let's not forget about their famous razor-sharp teeth. One bite from these guys can be deadly. So the next time you're swimming in the ocean, remember to keep your eyes peeled for the great white shark, the ultimate predator of the sea. Redback spider. These pesky little creatures are found all over Australia, and their bite can be a real pain. Their venom is no joke. It can make you feel like your whole body's on fire. And in some cases, it can even lead to death. That's why it's important to keep an eye out for these sneaky spiders and make sure you're not their next victim. But here's the thing. As much as we may dislike them, redback spiders are actually pretty fascinating creatures. They're part of the widow spider family, and their females are notorious for eating their male counterparts after mating. Talk about a bad breakup. Tiger shark. Check out the tiger shark, a big bad predator of the ocean. These bad boys have been known to attack humans and are one of the most dangerous sharks out there. With their razor-sharp teeth and incredible hunting abilities, they're a force to be reckoned with. If you see one in the water, it's best to give them plenty of space and let them do their thing. Cape buffalo. Africa's version of the Hulk. These big boys can weigh up to a whopping 2,000 pounds, making them one of the biggest and baddest creatures out there. And here's the thing, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to take on lions and even humans, and let me tell you, you don't want to mess with them. That's why they're also known as the Black Death. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these beasts, just remember to give them plenty of space and respect. Gila monster. This little dude might look like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, it's 100% real and 100% not to be messed with. Why? Because it's one of the only venomous lizards out there. That's right, this sneaky little guy packs a bite that can cause some serious pain and swelling. But here's where things get mysterious. Nobody really knows why it's venomous. Is it for hunting? Self-defense? Who knows? All we do know is that if you ever come across a Gila monster, it's best to give it some space. After all, you don't want to end up on the receiving end of a venomous bite from this cool but dangerous lizard. Poison dart frog. Get ready to meet the poison dart frog, the tiniest but deadliest amphibian out there. These little guys might look like they belong in a Disney movie with their bright colors, but don't be fooled by their cuteness. They're actually serving up a warning that says, "I dare you to mess with me." And you really shouldn't. You see, their skin secretes a venomous toxin that can knock you out cold faster than you can say ribbit. It's no wonder they're one of the most poisonous creatures on the planet. So if you ever come across a poison dart frog in the wild, do yourself a favor and stay far away. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny but fierce frogs. Portuguese man-o-war. This thing is like a freaky alien that was plopped in the ocean. It looks like a jellyfish, but it's actually a whole colony of different organisms working together, like some kind of underwater Voltron. But don't be fooled by its trippy colors and otherworldly appearance. Those tentacles can reach up to 165 feet long and pack a punch like Mike Tyson in his prime. Its venom can paralyze you and send you straight to Davy Jones's locker. So if you're ever out for a swim in the ocean and you see this bad boy floating around, I suggest you swim in the opposite direction. Trust me, you don't want to mess with this sea monster. Piranha. Piranhas are notorious for their sharp teeth and aggressive reputation. I mean, who hasn't seen those crazy movies where they go on a feeding frenzy and chomp through everything in sight? But the truth is, these fish are usually pretty chill, unless they feel threatened. Sure, they might look like they're straight out of a horror movie, but if you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you. That being said, it's still pretty nerve-wracking to swim in water where they live. I don't know about you, but I'll stick to the pool, thank you very much. Anaconda. This slithering serpent is one of the largest and most powerful snakes in the world, capable of crushing its prey with its deadly constriction abilities. And when I say large, I mean large. These bad boys can grow up to 30 feet long. While they mostly stick to snacking on animals like deer and capybaras, they have been known to take down humans who dare to venture into their territory. So if you ever find yourself face to face with an anaconda, be sure to give it plenty of space, unless you want to end up as its next snack. Bull shark. Move over, great white, because this creature is the real danger to humans. With its sneaky ways, the bull shark is a master of deception and can strike at any moment. Unlike other sharks, this beast prefers the shallow, freshwater areas where humans like to cool off. It lurks in the shadows, waiting for its next prey to come into view. And when it does, it strikes with a ferocity that is unmatched. So, the next time you venture into the murky waters, be on the lookout for the bull shark, for it is a creature of mystery and danger, lurking just beneath the surface, waiting for its next victim to cross its path. Saltwater crocodile. Alright folks, let's talk about one of the most rebel reptiles out there, the saltwater crocodile. This monster can grow up to a whopping 23 feet long and weigh over a ton. I mean, that's like having a car-sized croc swimming around in the water. And let's not forget those jaws. They're so strong they can literally crush bones and even metal. So if you're ever in the presence of a saltwater croc, just remember to keep your distance and give them the respect they deserve. Box jellyfish. Now let's talk about this deadliest but the prettiest creature ever. It is the box jellyfish. Now don't be fooled by its delicate and almost see-through appearance. This thing is a silent killer. Its venom is so potent that it can cause heart failure and kill you in just a few minutes. So if you're ever out there in the ocean and spot a box jellyfish, swim the other way as fast as you can. Trust me, you don't want to mess with this deadly beauty. Hammerhead shark. The hammerhead shark has a head that looks like it was flattened with a hammer. But don't let their strange appearance fool you. These sharks are top predators in the ocean. They can sense prey with incredible accuracy, and their powerful jaws make short work of their meals. While they're not known for attacking humans, it's probably best to give them a wide berth just in case. Hippopotamus. The African river holds many secrets, but perhaps the most dangerous one lurks just beneath the surface. Beware the hippopotamus, for they may appear docile, but they are anything but. With a single snap of their powerful jaws, they can shatter bones and end lives in an instant. These massive beasts are responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal. Yet they remain shrouded in mystery. How can something so seemingly gentle be so deadly? Perhaps it is their ancient lineage, tracing back to a time when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Or maybe it is simply their fierce determination to protect their territory at all costs. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: never underestimate the deadly nature of a hippopotamus. Pufferfish. Oh, the pufferfish. This little guy might look cute and harmless, but don't let its innocent appearance fool you. This fish is the Chuck Norris of the sea. It's a total spark plug. In some countries, it's even considered a delicacy. But let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. See, the pufferfish has organs that are filled with toxins that can take you down faster than a shot of tequila. One wrong move and you can end up paralyzed, or even worse, dead. So if you're ever offered a bite of a pufferfish, make sure it's been prepared by a trained professional. Trust me, your life is worth more than a fancy meal. Blacktip reef shark. Blacktip reef shark. Don't let their size fool you. These little guys are tough cookies. They may be small, but they are sneaky predators that can attack humans, especially if you're hanging out in shallow waters. So if you're planning on going for a swim or a paddle in the ocean, keep your eyes peeled for these little guys. They might look harmless, but they have a reputation for being quite the troublemakers. But don't let that scare you too much. As long as you're aware of your surroundings and keep a safe distance from these sharks, you should be just fine. And who knows, you might even get lucky and catch a glimpse of one of these incredible creatures in its natural habitat. Australian funnel-web spider. If you're planning a trip to the land down under, beware of the Australian funnel-web spider. This arachnid is a real killer. With venom so potent, it can send you to the great beyond in just a matter of hours. And don't be fooled by its small size and cute little things. This spider packs a punch that will leave you gasping for air. So keep your eyes peeled and your spider sense tingling, because one wrong move and you could be in serious trouble. American crocodile. This is the American crocodile, a true titan of the reptilian world. The elusive creature can be found lurking in the shadows of both North and South America, patiently waiting for its prey to cross its path. With a set of jaws that could crush a steel beam like a toothpick, this beast is not to be trifled with. But there's something mysterious about this creature, something that draws us in and leaves us in awe. Perhaps it's the way it moves so gracefully through the water, or the way it can disappear in an instant, leaving no trace behind. Whatever it is, one thing is for sure. If you ever find yourself face to face with an American crocodile, you'll be in for one heck of a ride. Sydney funnel-web spider. Did you know that the Sydney funnel-web spider is basically the Australian funnel-web spider's BFF? And let me tell you, their venom is no joke. It can knock you out faster than a kangaroo bouncing on a trampoline. Plus, if you get bitten by one of these creepy crawlies, you could end up with respiratory failure or even die. So make sure you steer clear of these 8-legged critters if you happen to come across them. Safety first, folks. Elephants. The gentle giants that can turn into raging beasts. Now, I know we all love these intelligent and majestic creatures, but let's not forget they're also one of the biggest and most powerful animals on land. And when they feel threatened, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to attack and even kill humans who got too close to their turf. So if you're ever in the presence of an elephant, be sure to give them their space and show them the respect they deserve. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these big guys. Inland taipan. If you're not a fan of snakes, then you better steer clear of the inland taipan, mate. This snake is not to be messed with, as it's considered the most venomous snake in the world. Its venom is so deadly that it can cause multiple organ failure and can kill a human in less than an hour. Talk about fierce. Despite its fearsome reputation, the inland taipan is actually a pretty fascinating creature. It has an incredible sense of smell and can detect prey from miles away. Plus, its venom is being studied for its potential to help treat certain medical conditions. Who knew this lethal creature could have a softer side? The subscriber's pick. This image shows a huge predator of the world of water, with its weird horrifying mask and tentacles showing. We also see a boat nearby comparing, which we can see how big the size of the creature is. But well, no matter how creepy this may look, it's not real. Instead, it is an image created through Photoshop. Still, with the ocean being only 3% discovered, who knows? Maybe this actually might be real too. What do you guys think about it? Black Caiman. This crocodile is like the Hulk of the animal kingdom. It's one tough customer. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself in its neck of the woods, you better watch your back. This bad boy has been known to attack humans, so you don't want to mess with it. I mean, just imagine coming face to face with a creature that's built like a tank, has jaws that could crush a car, and is just itching for a fight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one, so if you're planning a trip to South America, make sure you steer clear of this feisty dude's territory. A ghost. Let's check out this clip caught on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch or if there's something more sinister going on. A chupacabra. These two men kept hearing strange voices from their backyard and eventually decided to go check. But what they did not know was that they were in for a surprise. A huge monster was seen running to hide from them, but that did not stop the friends there. They had to go check, and that is when we see the terrifying face. The video ends right there, so let's just hope both of them are okay. An alien. The folks who were used to discovering fishes on the shore were taken aback when they stumbled upon a strange human-like creature that had washed upon the beach. It appeared to be a miniature version of a human, with a slimy coating all over its body and small limbs. The more they examined it, the more it mystified them, especially when they observed it breathing and slightly shifting its eerie body. What do you think it was? A creepy being. While a farmer was out with his goats and cows, he sensed that something was not okay. So he took his camera out and started checking the area. And what he found was this creepy black creature with big horns at the very edge of his property. Even though the creature did not look interested in coming near or harming the man, it was still good that he only recorded the thing and did not try to go near. An angel. This incredible video was taken in Jakarta, Indonesia on September 11, 2011. You can see a radiant winged being that looks like an angel descending from the sky and touching down on the ground before taking off again. When people saw this video, they started calling the figure the Angel of Jakarta. Some people even thought it might be a guardian angel sent down. However, there's always a chance that this might be fake. A strange woman. In 2016, a strange video surfaced online showing a woman shopping at a mall. Suddenly, an item falls behind her, and she puts it back on the shelf. Then she starts acting weirdly, as if something is controlling her. She drops her shopping and writhes on the floor, screaming loudly. Her screams even push the onlookers away. As the man in black tries to hold her down, the woman calms down, but then lets out a final scream, which makes objects in the store move and the security camera flicker. A mystery light. This video was filmed by a guy from Mexico. Some people who have watched it are saying it's one of the most clear sightings of a UFO ever caught on camera. Against a totally dark sky, you can see a weird blue circle that looks like it's morphing into different shapes. Apparently, this man had this strange thing hovering over his house for about a half an hour before it vanished. What do you think it might be? A waterbender. Have you seen this video that's been going viral lately? It's really interesting. Nobody knows where it's from, but it seems to have been filmed in Africa. In the video, a group of people are gathered around a woman standing in the water. and it looks like some sort of ritual is taking place. But then something crazy happens. All of a sudden, the water recedes super fast, and the bay is completely dry where others are standing. People freaked out and said that the shaman caused the water to shift using some kind of divine power. But nothing was ever explained by anyone. A witch. A bizarre figure dressed in white was spotted standing directly under the window of a house where the mother and her baby had been only moments before. It appeared as though the figure knew where the family was located. The incident left the woman feeling shaken and terrified, with no logical explanation for what had just happened. Some say it was a witch, while others think it was something else. Still, it remains a mystery. A levitating creature. Whether it was an extraterrestrial being or simply an optical illusion, this video is fascinating to watch. A large group of individuals gathered to witness this bizarre creature, which appeared to be levitating in mid-air while wearing wings on its arms and feet. Although it resembled a mermaid or an alien, it actually looked more like a boy. However, the reality behind the levitation was not as mysterious as it seemed. In fact, it was just a simple trick involving thin strings that helped the individual hover in the air. A UFO. A pilot was on his usual routine, flying a plane from one city to another. But what he did not know was that he was about to come across a sight he had ever imagined, a UFO. Now, for those of you thinking it was just a balloon, those don't fly forwards, they go upwards. And also, balloons do not have this kind of speed. So, nope, that wasn't a balloon. To me, it totally looks like a UFO. Bigfoot. In this video, Rick Dyer, a self-proclaimed Bigfoot tracker, claimed to have killed the elusive creature. The video shows a tense moment where the massive beast attacks the man holding the camera. Afterwards, Dyer provides a few pictures, claiming they're of the Bigfoot he killed. So do you think it was really a Bigfoot that he killed, or was he just lying straight away? A cheetah. This clip features an American tourist who got an unexpected guest on a safari in Tanzania. Well, Britton Hayes from Seattle got a special visitor in the form of a cheetah who jumped right into the back seat of his vehicle. And if that wasn't wild enough, another cheetah decided to join in on the fun. Poor Hayes was frozen with fear, praying he wouldn't become dinner for the big cats. Weird sea creatures. A few years ago, there was a video that became really popular online. It showed a strange sea creature that some people had caught and filmed. A lot of folks believe it's the real deal, and pretty creepy too. The creature looks a bit like a sea hare, but with some serious sharp teeth inside its mouth. Honestly, I don't know what it was up to, but it definitely gave me the heebie-jeebies. An open grave. While paying a visit to his loved ones in the cemetery, a guy stumbled upon something peculiar. He noticed a grave that was partially open and seemed like it was being destroyed. As he went closer, he was taken aback to see the remains of a body buried there, including a tall skeleton that was around 1.8 meters tall. But that wasn't all. There were other skulls and bones inside the grave, which hinted at some sort of witchcraft. However, nothing was ever really explained or cleared up. A mountain witch. This video features a man named Hassan, who is an explorer of witches. He voluntarily searches for witches, and in this particular video, he visits a witch mountain to find one. To his surprise, he actually spots a witch dressed in black clothes and holding a stick, which seems to be made from an animal skull. Initially, she was sitting at the cave entrance, but when she saw the YouTuber, she went inside and started mumbling some spells. Suddenly, a stone hit Hassan's face, which was a signal for him to back off as the witch didn't want to be disturbed. A clingy octopus. Imagine you're out scuba diving, and when you surface for air, you discover an octopus that won't let go of your back. In a recent video, a diver experienced this unexpected surprise and was trying everything he could to shake off the clingy cephalopod. Despite moving in different directions, the octopus wouldn't budge, and the diver started feeling uncomfortable with its sharp beak and sticky suckers. Perhaps the octopus just wanted a hug. What do you think? A ghost. As the driver was cruising down the Queensland Highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the Ghost Child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. A sea lion. Okay, so I've got a creepy story for you. A girl was taking a break near the harbor when, out of nowhere, a sea lion popped up, grabbed her, and dragged her into the water. Her family and bystanders freaked out, but luckily, a brave dude jumped in and rescued her. It was a shocking incident because sea lions usually don't attack people without a reason. The flashlight fish. The video showcases the mesmerizing flashlight fish, which are found in the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean. These unique creatures have special light-emitting organs located beneath their eyes that give them an otherworldly appearance. The lights can be used to attract prey or communicate with other fish. The video captures the fish swimming in schools, creating an incredible visual spectacle that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Watching these underwater titans move and glow in the dark depths of the ocean is truly a sight to behold. Flipping iceberg. These thrill seekers thought it would be a cool idea to climb a giant iceberg, but things quickly went south when a massive chunk of ice rolled over on top of them. Talk about a chilling experience. Luckily, they managed to escape with their lives, but let this be a lesson. Sometimes it's best to just stay on solid ground. Don't you guys agree? Strange lights. This video was recorded by some fishermen out on the Pacific Ocean, and it shows these really strange lights in the sky. They might be a group of lights or something, and they seem to be moving in unusual ways. Some people who had watched the video were convinced that these lights were actually UFOs, but no one had been able to provide a logical explanation for what they might actually be. It's totally a mystery till today. Millions of dead fish. Have you heard about the latest buzz in Australia's outback? Recently, a shocking video surfaced showcasing the aftermath of an unprecedented die-off of fish in a river. Due to extreme floods and hot weather, millions of fish have been left to rot in the river, resulting in a foul smell and a severe ecological crisis. However, there's some good news. Contractors have been hired to remove the rotting fish from the river. Crocodile mummies. Crocs, whether they're dead or alive, will always give people the creeps. While excavating ancient tombs, researchers stumbled upon 12 crocs buried in the soil. From a distance, they looked like they were still alive, with their textured skin appearing fresh and their teeth still intact in their jaws. It was a bit unnerving, as it seemed like they could open their jaws at any moment. The researchers were amazed when they discovered that the crocodiles had been buried for 2,500 years, yet were still in almost pristine condition. A cuttlefish. Have you heard of cuttlefish or cuttles? These little guys are actually fish found in deep parts of the ocean, and they're known to be highly toxic. But let's not focus on their dangerous side for now. Instead, let's talk about how incredibly unique and fascinating they are. Just take a look at their mesmerizing colors and reflections. It's no wonder they've been nicknamed the disco cuttlefish. And that's not all. They even have a way of hypnotizing their prey before attacking. It's truly a wonder to witness. A fire tree. We're all used to the idea that tree twigs and branches are handy for starting fires. But hold on to your hats, because this video is going to blow your mind. It shows the inside of a tree that caught on fire, and people think it was caused by a lightning bolt heating up the sappy insides, which conduct heat really well. Or if you're feeling mystical, maybe supernatural beings sparked up this awesome fire for their own bonfire. What do you think? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. An elephant. Sometimes animals can be big, frightening, and downright terrifying. But every now and then, they need a little help from us humans. Take this elephant for example. Poor thing was shot right in the head and was bleeding out. Obviously, elephants don't have a clue how to fix bullet wounds. So he approached some nearby humans, being careful not to scare them, and showed them the bullet lodged in his skull. Thankfully, the doctors acted quickly and did everything in their power to remove the bullet and treat the infection. petting a great white. The shark saw the fisherman in the shallow water and decided to attack. But to the shark's surprise, the man did something unexpected. He petted the shark when it came out of the water, showing no fear of the shark's strong jaws. The fisherman even gently stroked the shark's side for a while before sending it back into the water. It's hard to tell if the shark enjoyed the encounter or if it was just looking for a chance to bite the man's hand. Woman on a tree. Nope, she wasn't a ghost. She was a real woman, standing on top of a fig tree and freaking everyone out with her creepy moves. People were shocked when they saw her standing on a delicate branch of the tree, dressed all in white. They called her the Spooky Lady because they couldn't understand how she was able to perform such stunts without any visible support. However, when she was rescued, it turned out that there was nothing supernatural about her behavior. Snakeheads. So there was this wild incident where a farmer found a snake's head in his backyard, and it was still alive. I mean, can you imagine that? The head was moving. It's pretty insane, but apparently, snakes are different from other animals. When they lose their heads, they don't need a lot of oxygen to keep their brain going. So the head can actually survive for hours without the body. Crazy, right? Spinning dolphins. These dolphins are impressing everyone with their athletic abilities, jumping high and spinning 7 times in the air. And if that wasn't enough, they can swim at an incredible speed of 200 miles per hour and cover long distances in a day. Recently, a spy dolphin captured footage of these playful creatures having a great time off the coast. But it's not just their stunts that make them unique. They're also known for their intelligence. To avoid predators, these dolphins never fully sleep and always keep their brains partially awake. Humans in cage. Do you consider yourself brave? Would you be willing to step into a cage in the middle of a jungle where lions are roaming nearby, just to get a closer look and better look at these magnificent beasts? There's actually a tourist spot in Harrismith, South Africa, where they'll put you in an enclosure and leave you in the midst of lions. In a video, you can see an elderly couple sitting calmly inside the cage, while lions are roaming around and even sitting on top of the enclosure as visitors take pictures. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.